Have your seat. Good morning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Today is the General Council of 30th June 2022. The agenda is in front of you. Councillors, take note. It is amended as follows. Agenda item 1, opening prayers by the Imam Ratib and pastor to pray for the opening of the new hall. Both the review of the minutes and the matters arising will be postponed for the General Council in 2 weeks to come. The second agenda item will be the official opening of the chamber, presided over by the clerk to council. The third agenda item is the presentation of 2023 Ward Development Committee funds, presided over by the Finance Committee Chair. The fourth agenda item is the decoration of the Municipal Police Deputy Commissioner of Operations, Mr. Seini Sanyang. The sixth agenda item is the schedule for the Mayor's Trophy Wrestling Tournament. The fifth. The sixth agenda item will be the schedule for the next monthly set-settle for July. And the AOB will also be suspended till the next General Council slated for 2 weeks to come. Can a councillor please move to adopt the amended agenda, calending note, seconded by Ibota. Clerk, take note. The first agenda item, I now hereby invite the Imam Ratib on the podium to give us some prayers and bless the people's chamber. Imam Ratib.
تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو على العظيم. بحمد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بحرمة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاذات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. بحرمة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. بحرمة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقدار عظيم. اللهم أنت أمرتنا بدعائك ووعدتنا بإجابتك وقد دعوناك كما أمرتنا فأجبنا كما وعدتنا يا ذا الجلال والإكرام إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Pastor.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, Lord God, maker of all things, creation is prepared by you. While all must change and no decay, you are unchanging, always new. Heavenly Father, your man's soul is and his shield, his rock, secure and weak to bear. In you alone is all our hope fulfilled. We are so thankful and grateful for the wondrous things you never cease to do for us, for the countless gifts and blessings and love that you renew for us at the gift of every new day. Gracious God, as we dedicate these chambers to you at its opening, we humbly beg you to enlighten the men and women you have chosen to be at the helm of affairs. May your wisdom fill them at every time they gather here to discuss on the welfare of the communities they are heading. In everything, God, be their guide, and let your knowledge fill them. These and all other intentions we present to you in Christ Jesus our Lord. Amen. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen. The second agenda item is the official opening of the chamber. Before I pass it to the clerk, I first want to acknowledge our Honorable Ministry of Lands, Local Government and Religious Affairs, represented here by Mr. George here. I also want to acknowledge our honorable members of parliament who are all here present, but a special mention for the honorable members of parliament who are also former councillors of KMC, and we are very proud to have one of them now as the chairman of the Local Government Select Committee. I first want to acknowledge honorable member of parliament of Bundung Kakunda, Mr. Suleiman Jammeh, also the Local Government Select Committee chairperson. I want to acknowledge honorable member of parliament of Serakunda Central, Mr. Musa Cham. I also want to mention the honorable member of Talinding constituency, Mr. Musa Baji, all former councillors and all now National Assembly members. I also want to give a special recognition to the Imam Ratib and the pastor, and also the media fraternity who are all here present today. And finally, and most importantly, to the people of KM who are watching, some represented here, special thank you. You are our masters and we are here to serve you, and this is your chamber. I therefore also want to mention the Deputy CEO and the directors and staffs of Council. I hereby pass the official opening to the Clerk of Council, Mr. Usman Gay.
technical staffs, other members of council, the general staff of KMC, and every other person who is a resident of the Kanifing municipality. This is a joyous occasion for all of us. Indeed, because like you see, this is the first time we have such a setting, and I feel proud as Clerk of Council that this is happening in my time. So thank you for giving us this opportunity to give you what you deserve as members of council for representing your various constituencies here in the chambers of council. So without much ado, Mr. Chairman, I would just want to give this ego a few remarks, and then Mr. George Nuki, who is representing himself lands here, and also the chairman of the Global Development Select Committee, to give some few remarks before we go to our next agenda. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Clerk. The request is approved. The DCO may address the chambers from his mic. The Ministry of Local Government representative may address from the podium, and the chairman of the Local Government Select Committee can close the agenda item with the last address on the podium. Deputy CEO, the floor is yours.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, distinguished and honorable councillors present here. Good morning, Deputy Mayor of Council, the Clerk of Council, the directors present here, the technicians, our sister institution present here, the media fraternity. I say welcome to this maiden event. As you can all see, if you roll your eyes from the four corners of this magnificent hall, it's a clear testimony of a very laudable and impressive performance under the leadership of the Lord Mayor Ahmed Bensouda. I'm elated to be associated with this council, more so the leadership of this council, with support and guidance of the honorable councillors who are serving as the probe to the Lord Mayor. Without their support, without their commitment, whatever achievements we celebrate and have celebrated would not have been achieved by the Lord Mayor and the Council of General. In that respect, I salute you, the honorable councillors, for your foresight, for your commitment, and for your support. In the same vein, I salute the management under the Director of Administration and his technical staff, who are giving all the support, all the technical inputs to make sure this council, under the leadership of Lord Mayor, attain all what they desire during their tenure of office. The technical staff, as I said, headed by the Director of Administration, you are hereby be commended for your technical guidance, because without that, the council would have been different. So I salute you. I salute you for your effort. I salute you for your endurance. I've said sometime 2 months ago, when we when we inaugurated another event, laudable event, at the annex, where we declared, the Lord Mayor declared to the residents and to the Gambian people that the ballot project is finally owned by council. That was a very remarkable event, And there, in my few remarks, I said, Council will continue to register success upon success upon success. And the Lord Mayor with these councillors will continue to unveil developmental projects every couple of months. And here we are, not more than even 2 months. After that, now they will transfer of marriage project to the council by paying all what it's supposed to. So it becomes a wholesome project by council. So here we are witnessing the inauguration of the new town hall, the first of its kind in the history of the Uganda, as far as local administration is concerned. These those viewers over there, some will even think, is it not another National Assembly edifice? This is a direct replica of the National Assembly. And one will not make any mistake. The deliberations, the way and manner the honorable councillors conduct themselves and their various business in this respectable hall is a replica of the National Assembly of all kinds. I thank you all those who are present here and the viewers over there. And once again, as head of management, Council will continue to work with, the management will continue to work with Council under the leadership of the Lord Mayor to register more and more successes for the benefit of the residents of KM and the Gambian people in particular. So we urge you to support the drive that Council is making. We urge you to cooperate with us. We are your servants. We are here to deliver services in the best way possible. So your duty, your obligation, by paying your tax, by paying your license, your duties will be replicated back to you in the form of services, and best service for that matter. So let there be that trust, that confidence, that understanding with Council, so that together we can move the KM, we can move the entire Gambia forward. We continue to register more and more successes. So, be there, we give you the best services. This is KM, this is the mighty KM. Thank you.
Thank you, DCU. I would like to now invite the Ministry of Lands, Local Government to make a comment. George.
I was not initially scheduled to give a statement. Since it is part of my calling, I would not just say one or two things. Personally, I'm elated to be in the very chamber, simply because I'm wearing two caps today. One representing the Ministry for Land and Regional Government, and two, because I am a native of Kale, and this is the first time I am attending such a thing. So, for me, today, 30th June, is an illustrious day for me, a date that will be indelibly engraved in my heart, because yes, I work at the ministry, but I've never attended such a thing. This is the first time in my life. And being a resident of KL, this is the first time I'm witnessing such a thing. I do not know how countries go about doing that deliberation. But today I have first-hand experience and a first-hand witness. The people of KM have never failed before. And you, councillors, are representing the people. Now that you are given this edifice, I hope you will do more. The world is changing, and so are the challenges becoming complex. So which means, if you are doing 100 before, you are expected to do 150. So like I said, the people of everybody is looking up to you to turn around care. Everybody is looking up to you to make sure the services the people are yearning for are delivered. And not only delivered, but delivered the best quality. Now, on behalf of the Honorable Minister, I would like to thank the Lord Mayor for sparing Council all this while. His achievements are noted, and we hope he will continue to deliver for the people of Kenya. On that note, I thank you.
Can we now have the chairman of the Local Government Select Committee, Honorable Suleiman Jammeh of Bundu Kokunda.
For the wonderful work you've done as far as the municipality is concerned. I heard from him earlier on, he said, People's Chamber. The reason why he's saying this, each and every one of you, you are representing your ward, and the voice of your ward should be heard here. So it's not about Councillor Jammeh or Councillor Cisse or Councillor Diba, but it's about the wards that you represent. And as far as I'm concerned, and now I am the Select Committee of the Local Government and Lands, I'll be a friend to Kanity Municipal Council and the entire regional councils. And I think today, if other councils should see this, I think they will also try to, at least align themselves. It's not about trying to belittle them. But this nowadays, we are in a world of innovation. If you are a leader, you really need to be very innovative, so that at least you can, you can achieve what you want. How do we do this? It's through collaboration and partnership. So it's through this partnership and collaboration today we are able to have this thing. And I want to encourage and appeal to all councils to foster that and strengthen that so that we can definitely develop our country. So on that note, I want to also thank my able colleague, Honorable Musa Acham, for joining me here. Actually, we are very pleased, and the rest as well, as far as we are concerned, we will work with you and try to ensure that at least the working environment for councillors and the regional councils at least to be enhanced so that you can definitely represent the people that you are working for. So on that note, I just want to appeal and also inform the General Council that we are here Whether we are here, we are not here, but we are always with you in spirit. And whatever you think we can do to add value to all regional councils in the Gambia, we are here and we are ready to do it. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be not the interest of me, myself, or the Mayor Bensouda or you, but for the general interest of the entire Gambian people. So on that note, I want to thank you once again, and congratulations to Lord Mayor and the General Council. Congratulations to the people of this great municipality of Carnegie Municipality Council. So thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you so much, Honorable Bundung Kakunda. I now open the floor, starting with the Deputy Mayor, and then we can get to the councillors who wish to speak on this agenda item. Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Honorable councillors here present, directors, our former councillors who are now National Assembly members, you have the clerk of council, media houses here present. I will seize this opportunity for the inaugurating our chambers today in the municipality. I think this is a history in the municipality. As the former National Assembly mentioned, we are here to represent our people. We are here to represent our taxpayers who are down there to bring development for them in our community. So regardless, we are thanking the Lord Mayor of Kano Municipal Council to be witnessing this great important day in the municipality for the inauguration of new chambers. We are hoping to see more projects coming in the municipality as it is expected from our people. So I thank you all.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. The floor is now open. Ibu down.
Thank you very much, Lord Mayor. Sit down. I will congratulate the whole General Council. Mike. Yes. Okay, like I said.
You better sit down.
Councillor, you can just.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. If you look at the new chambers here, I think it's like everything is beautiful, but there was a big hard work for us to reach here today. Since we are elected to represent our people, we are here to represent our people and to uplift and betterment of their life. So that is what representation is. The most important thing is here, the new chambers, they have a lot of hard work because we promised the people of KM, council will have a town hall whereby the people will come and discuss what is affected in this municipality. So I will not bore you with, I just want to say a few words that's really touched my heart, and I expect it will touch the heart of many people and those and the people of KMC. Because we are elected to represent our people, and we are the mouthpiece of our people. So the most important is here, we are encouraging our people and the residents of this KM to pay their dues like what CEO says here. Because all these hard work cannot be done without paying their dues. It's like we are the watchdog of our people to come and guide their finance and see that everything council will spend will be in line with the laws and the act of the Local Government Act. So in that note, I thank all the people of KMC, especially the Lord Mayor.
Youth Councillor.
want to say a big thank you to yourself as the chairman of this council, and also acknowledge the work that most of the councillors have done, or all the councillors have done. We would also like to acknowledge the administration for the support that they have given us in the past 4 years, coming up to 5. We would also just want to say that we are happy that we have a representative from the ministry here. We are hoping that we will open new pages where we will be able to work with the ministry in a very fruitful way. We thank them for the support that they have given us since the new minister came in, and hopefully they will support us in our development agenda that we have. Making sure that we are a service delivery unit. We are here to deliver services to the people of the municipality. We are praying that we will have a very collaborative relationship with the ministry going forward. We would also like to thank the taxpayers of KMC for sending us here, that we are here to represent them, and I'm glad that the media is also here to cover this event. We would also like to welcome them to be coming to the council whenever we have council sittings, to listen and know where their money and the taxes that they are paying are going. We are just promising them that we will do all we can to make sure that we represent them to the fullest and to the best of our ability. Once more, I want to say that. Let me come to the council.
Thank you. For now.
Deputy Mayor, CEO, Diana's presence here, Clerk of Council, and my colleague council. Today, I am very happy to be part of this history. I just want to give a few remarks, a few advice to councils. When the English wants to have one space, to be honest with you, this is what it entails. KMC, the secret behind all this thing is the unity we have among us as councillors here. We are all from different political parties, but you will know if you enter inside these chambers. The only thing that we discuss here is politics and development. We don't do about parties. APRC is UDP, but inside these chambers here, we are all people of the municipality. So definitely, I would like to thank the Lord Mayor handling all the councillors in these chambers here. So that's why definitely I am very happy to be part of this system. I couldn't say much. I am very, 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 very happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Rambo. And we have one more.
And all the general staff of the council. I think today is our happiest day in the council because starting from the day they were laying the foundation when we are looking at the council here. We have seen a lot of developments that have been taking place, and still now we are developing. But this cannot happen without the collaboration of the council. So as the previous speaker said, here we are from different political parties. But when you enter in the council here, you don't even know the difference of the councillors. Whether you are from this political party or from this political party. It all depends on the leadership quality our leaders have possessed, and the collaboration with the directors and the technical staff of the council. If they are not collaborating with us, today we will not be at this stage. But because of their collaborations and the councillors, that is why we were able to reach up at this stage. If you look at the council today, and you look at KMC today, there is definitely, even the layman, know that there is a development going on. And this development cannot be possible without the collaboration of the staff. Here we are on the same, we are all working in the same directions, we all want to see KMC became a sample of the Gambia, and that is what we are all yearning for. So for that note, I'm now thanking all the media houses, the councillors, directors, and technical staff, especially the Lord Mayor, the Deputy CEO, and the Deputy Mayor, for your collaborations and for your foresight. I thank you, all of you, and the councillors too. Definitely, without our collaboration, this will not happen. So today we are celebrating a very, very happy day today. If you look at the council today, even the way we dress and we are smiling, that can tell you that, the smile is in our face. So please, this is our people's chamber. But I want to appeal our taxpayers. You have seen the development. You have seen what the council is doing. You have really service we are delivering. I'm now appealing to our taxpayers to come up to pay their tax. Without tax, all these things will not happen. Without tax, we will not be sitting in this world today. Without tax, our quarters and our services will not be happening. So please, I'm appealing to our taxpayers. Hence, leaders are here, and then I think that it is online. So we are appealing to them to come and pay their tax so that we can continue to register more and more development for care. I thank you very much. I thank the people of care. Thank you, Lord Mayor, for the best
For this agenda, we'll allow 2 more deliberations and then we'll move to the next agenda item. Talending note.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Good morning to you, Lord Mayor. Good morning to council staff, starting from the Deputy CEO, Directors present, Clerk of Council, media present, my fellow councillors. Good morning to you all. Alhamdulillah, once again, Lord Mayor, today I am also part of another history making in this municipality. As I always said, today I'm a proud citizen and then a representative from Talending North Ward. As the saying goes, in any successful man you see, there is a woman behind. So the success of this council, Lord Mayor, you are behind the councillors. I want the councillors to give me a round of applause for that. The job well done, this council is doing. Lord Mayor, we are representing our people. As the previous speaker said here, there is no politics in this council which I can address to. Your office is just like my office. I do advise you to take my advice for the betterment of this municipality. This is why, as per the Local Government Act said, we are here to fight for the 60% to come back to our community. That's what we are doing. Today, if you see all this development is being done in this municipality, because of you, the taxpayers. So we make sure we control your fund. The taxes that you guys are paying, we put it into good use. Lord Mayor, before I end my speech, I would like to thank the people of Talending North Ward, those who elect me into office today to be here, to represent them, to fight for their interests. These chambers you guys are seeing, viewers, I'm talking to you. This is the place where we sit and discuss the betterment of our municipality, the betterment of our wards. For the first time, we have offices in our ward whereby you people have access to us, to ask us, to share your ideas, that ideas that we brought to council to make sure the council implement whatever we want in our ward. On behalf of my ward, the people of Talending North, we are saying a big thank you to the entire staff of this municipality, most especially the field workers, those who are in the Mbalik service and those who are collecting our revenue. We are telling you people kudos. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Okay, the final one will be the Bakote Ward. The next agenda item will allow others to deliver. Bakote.
Good morning to you all. Lord Mayor, Deputy Lord Mayor. My fellow councillors here are present. The Deputy CEO and Directors. I am saying a good morning to you all. Today, I am happy and proud to be part of this joyous and memorable day that will ever remain lingering in our minds. Today, we're here to witness the inauguration of our new campus. This is an article that is being developed during the tenure of the current council under the leadership of the Lord Mayor Tal Ahmed Bensouda. Here we already achieved what is here. The next important thing is how are we going to sustain it? Because as we all know, a lot of investment is being done to see, this campus, how it looks today. Now, how are we going to sustain it so that other funds or other, revenues coming will go into other developments, and any other council that is coming behind us or after us
will think of other developments, but not to build or develop chambers or to furnish the chamber. So it's incumbent on all of us, both the users, the councillors and the management or the administrators under the leadership of the Deputy CEO, to make sure this facility or these materials in here are sustained for future use. For the entire municipality or the taxpayers, this is part of, your investment. This is a portion where part of your tax is being invested. So it's not a waste. It's for development. Now we think of other development rather than chambers. So they should also be part of sustaining these facilities, because we've been allowing the communities to use old chambers. They've been holding meetings there, workshops, and so on. In order for these facilities, this material to last long, it has to be a responsibility of the entire municipality. That is to keep them where they are. We have another hall where they can use for the meantime before another development get there, because we're thinking of another development being erected at that time. So on that note, I thank the Lord Mayor, the able councillors, the administration with their good creative ideas that brought us to this stage. The media fraternity is observed. The representative from the ministry and our fellow councillors who are now national council members are also recognized. So on that note, I thank you all. As for KMC, we innovate, others follow. So let the other councillors also follow.
Thank you, Councillor. We move to the second agenda item. Council staff, can you please take your seats? Director of Finance, can we move to the next agenda item, which is the presentation of 2023 Ward Development Committee funds? As you are well aware, the Council has 19 wards and 19 ward councillors. These ward councillors are the chairpersons of their ward development committees that constitute the local alcalo, the youth rep, the women's rep, other community members. This ward development committee also constitutes sub-ward development committees and other subcommittees that are required for the day-to-day running of the WDC. Council has long fought for decentralization and devolution of power to regions. And KMC is not waiting. We are also taking the lead by decentralizing our operations amongst our wards. And this has brought about the funding and resourcing of our ward development committees. As we speak, KMC has now 19 ward offices spread around the municipality, enabling the WDC to operate. We have also gone further by funding these WDCs since 2020 with a small fund of about $200,000 per ward to enable them for minor development and minor activities that will enhance their ward. We hope that this practice will continue and will grow, so our WDCs and communities under the leadership of the councillors can bring developments to their doorstep unhindered. Without further ado, I would like to invite the Finance Committee Chair, Councillor of Talending South, for the presentation of $3.8 million, which will constitute the WDC fund for the year 2022. Chairman, can you please join me?
Lord Mayor of KMC, Deputy Mayors, Honorable Councillors, Members of the Parliament, Deputy CEO, Directors, Clerk of the Council, media teams, and other protocol duty and respectful observed, I greet you all in the name of peace. It is a great honor and privilege for me to stand before these members of this Honorable Council as Chairman of both Finance and Revenue Committee, as well as the Vice Chair of the Account Committee, to highlight some of the operations of the WPC subvention and disbursement from 2019 to 2022. From 2019 to date, Council paid office rent for each ward $80,000 per annum, with an internet connection of $100,000 per annum, a cash power for each office $13,500 per annum, and all the WDC's offices are equipped with computers and furniture. In the year 2020, Council allocated each ward a subvention of $200,000, just like it was mentioned by the Lord Mayor, because we are talking about a devolution of power, and then we want this WDC office to serve as a sub-treasury unit for revenue collection. We are the WDC members and then the alcalos will be helping us in the enforcement of revenue collection in each of the wards. The subvention is purely for operation and day-to-day management of the ward activities, that is the $200,000. This includes light projects such as community street lighting, access to water, support disaster victims, school health facilities, youth and sport, as well as other activities within budgets that may be requested from the ward. The subvention is disbursed every 6 months, provided that each WDC retire their first disbursement of $100,000. So they give it by phases. Every 6 months they give you $100,000, provided that they retire. So the subventions are sent to each WDC account. Each WDC have an account, and then the monies are sent there directly. Councillors are not signatories to these WDC accounts, but the ward development committee members. The WDC subvention 2020 to 2022. Since 2020, we started issuing this disbursement of $200,000. If you amount the total amount from 2020 to date is $11,400,000. So the office rent from 2019 to 2022, if you amount the total amount is $6,080,000. The cash powers from 2019 to 2022, 2019 to 2022 is $1,026,000. Office internet facilities 2019 to 2022, $912,000. Computers $285,000. Furnitures $380,000. The total amount from 2019 to date, Council spent in only 19 wards. They spent an amount of $20,083,000. Councils in our wards still different from the operation of the WDC offices. Council spent $6 million in waste management in a form of purchasing trucks for the 19 wards, fueling each of these WDC trucks for 3 years. Total amount is $1,728,000. Maintenance of these trucks, $5 million. Salaries for the janitors, the drivers, and in the ward secretaries for 170 personnel. The total amount from 2019 to 2022 is $21,600,000. And then if you amount the entire figures, the global sum of the figures that I mentioned here, for only the other operation different from the subvention of the WPC offices, is $104,328,000. So excluding the following projects. These ones are excluding the following projects in wards. Now, if you check, example, the fencing of the Bakwari side, it cost Council $8 million. That is 100% sponsored by the Council. Development of markets, markets and other markets, about an estimate amount of $10 million. Parks, that is the fencing of the movers and border parks, that is about $3 million. Women's empowerment, youth empowerment, road construction and road rehabilitation, that also cost council and some amount of $10 million. So if you check all these things, so these are in line with the Local Government Act, that is the 40% and 60%. So the 40% is for the operation of the council and then the 60% is for development funds at the world level. So whenever we are developing council budget, we make sure our budget balance of 40-60%, which is in line with the Local Government Act. The Municipal Council is lucky to have Lord Mayor Talib Ahmed Bensouda and his able councillors who are not bosses. A boss is someone who always say I. But for us, the mayor and the councillors, they are leaders. We just say we. Who are not bosses yet, but leaders. Who are willing to transform KMC to be one of the best municipalities in Africa. A municipality which is free from corruption, which is free from party politics, and then so that we will be able to change the living conditions of the people of KMC. So I thank you all.
Before I open the floor, I want to thank open the floor, I want to thank the chairman of the Finance Committee, Councillor Talending South, for his diligence, his advice, his constant monitoring of KMC's finances, which is the people's money. As rightly said by several councillors, we are here representing the people to serve the people using the people's money. So we are managers of the coffers of the people of KM, and he has been in the lead. I also want to give a special recognition to the Deputy Mayor, the Councillor of Bakau Newtown, for her support to the Council and the Councillors and WDC to ensure that they meet the requirements and desires of their people. And of course, the Honorable Councillors themselves, who are at the tip of the spear, who are the leaders of their WDCs and communities. Without their commitment, without them fighting for the people, all of this would not have been possible. So for that, we thank you all. I now open the floor and I pass it to Councillor Latrikunda Erengyang.
My fellow councillors, the media, everyone here present. Anyway, indeed a great honor to be part of this great day. I would like to implore all of you to join me in a vision to thank our dynamic leader, the Lord Mayor. Can you rise? Thank you. Anyway, I couldn't find the appropriate word to thank the dynamic leadership of the Lord Mayor and that of my colleagues, councillors, for that collective effort that gets us today where we are. We believe that not just only the councillors, but it starts from the cleaners, the mason, the plumber, the gardener, you name it. Without their support, I believe we would have not reached here. However, we continue to join hands and put politics aside and promote the interest of our electorates, the taxpayers. Today, with the leadership of the Lord Mayor Ahmed Bensouda, with his stewardness, we are able to get here. There are a lot ahead. However, he deserves or need more support so that we can do a lot of things in the future. Just to add on to the WDC funds, basically, since we started, there was a strategic plan that was deployed to all the councillors, where we engage our people to identify their problems, not be the councillors to dictate what's supposed to be at our wards. But we were able to convene meetings to interact with our electorates, to tell us what are their problems. This was put together for a period of 3 years in order to come to their solution or bring solutions to those problems. That ranges from sports, health, agriculture, and other activities. Thank God, Lord Mayor, the Laguna Irigenya Award, today they are proud that they are able to get a very good standard market, footbridge, solar street lights, some bad roads have been fixed, and many other things. The health facility out there as well has been enhanced. There is routine water excavation, particularly the canal as well. Previously, there used to be a severe flood within my ward, but thank God with the support of the council, starting by the previous rainy season, the residents of Erinja or those residing around the canal, they no longer experience flood. So however, we are urging our people to continue to support us. Not just that you elect somebody to be there as your mouthpiece, but also you should be there to be the eyes and also to relay whatever advice or problems that you feel that we can extend to the General Council for possible solutions. However, we would like to thank the chairman for the funds. We hope that particularly other wards that still have outstanding disbursement will be honored. On that note, I would like to thank my colleagues and everybody here that we are so much grateful. Today, I'm overwhelmed with joy that I must say thank you and bravo to you all.
Business.
Revenue has been collected during this period so far. Thank you.
Thank you. Chairman, you can respond. Chairman, please rise.
Thank you so much for giving me the floor and wonderful question. Today we are here to inaugurate the new General Council chambers and then to hand over the WTC subventions. So, just like the Mayor mentioned, in the next General Council, just like I used to do it, to present the liabilities, the revenue of the council and so on, inshallah, the next General Council, everything will be presented. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tony Dixon. May I have the Councillor of Differently Abled? Yes.
Yes, at the moment.
Just to begin, when I was coming in here as a nominated councillor, things that I asked myself, would it be a council for all? Would all tiers be widened? Would it be an inclusive council? Would it be accessible by persons with disabilities? Little do I know that we have a very focused, dynamic, passionate, and forward-looking leader. When I entered the council, it was a council for all. Councils were here before. and councils will come after us. But my worry is, if you, as leaders, do not have an open door policy, an inclusive approach for all persons, including persons with disabilities, would it be a Gambia fit for all? When I came to the council, all the directors and staff were open. They are very passionate. They are very helpful. To an extent, DPOs, that is Disabled People Organizations, would bring in their requests and is fully funded. Most of the time, I would be worried whether one would definitely assist me when I put forward a request. But little do I know that those that are there and could not be heard, their voice were not heard, are now heard. It would not have been possible without your inclusive approach. It would not have been possible without all the councils putting heads together, more so the directors that are here. So I call on all the leaders that are here present and those that will be coming here after us to definitely have the same passion so that we can have an inclusive Gambia, a Gambia fit for all. To be honest, I was so worried when I was coming to the council because I was saying, well, is it going to be a Gambia fit for all? Is it going to be a council fit for all? But to be honest, I'm surprised and I'm happy and I'm really grateful of the type of leadership I met here. All the DPOs are now enjoying. I could proudly say, within the short period I have spent here, I have received funding for the DPOs that are requesting for support, which is fully funded by the council. I really, at the same time, I really enjoyed staying with the council, and I'm so grateful to the type of leadership. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Young, can you turn off your mic, please? Fajikunda.
DPO, directors, national councils, National Assembly members, and the staff of the council, media fraternity. It's a welcome to this General Council. I thank the Finance Committee Chairman, Honorable Karamo Cisse, for giving that deliberation on our WDC fund. Definitely, this WDC fund, I think, is one of the destiny that the council has initiated in this council. Like some of us, like me in particular, if I live in particular, you can see some of the roads are. I start to dump the gravel on some of our areas, thereby, during the rainy season, it's very hard for people to pass by. So for that, when these funds were, pumped into WDC account, I was so much impressed and so much happy, about it. So for that, in that note, I still thank the Lord Mayor for, giving that opportunity to all the councillors to pump this fund to our WDC fund. So I thank you all for your presentation.
Can I have Marcus?
Thank you very much, Your Worship. Good morning, the Lord Mayor, the Deputy Mayor, the DCO, the directors here present, and the media fraternity. Today is the beginnings of another beginnings. It's another historic moment for this municipality, I can remember when we gathered here sometime in 2018 to an extent when this program came before the General Council that there is going to be a new building that the council is supposed to take. It was unanimously agreed by all of us as a new councillors or new administration at the time. And I can remember that day when we all came out, so many good words were said for the municipality. And today the dream came to be in reality. Life is like it's a process. Everything begins somewhere else. Development is a process. Yesterday it was like in a different form, and today we are beginnings, another beginnings. This is a great historic moment. Evolutions comes together with life. As you can see, KMC is always a leader when it comes to innovation as far as municipalities are concerned. So this is another milestone movement for the council. Today, KMC celebrates something that has never been happening here in this municipality. I will say thank you very much unanimously on behalf of myself and the whole entire council. And other way around also, I will thank my chairman, the chairman of the Double Finance Committee, for presenting this magnitude of the World Development Fund that comes to us. And I believe there cannot be development of any fund without resources. Though the council is doing all its best that it can, and I also urge all the citizens of this municipality to try and pay their tax for rates, because as we can see, tax rates are the lifeblood of this council. We can have plans in mind, but without resources, those plans will be hanging around. They cannot be fulfilled or realized. So we believe if our people pay their tax for rates on time, we will deliver back service as what they expect from us. As it is already stated in the local government as this 60-40, 60% of the taxpayers' money should be brought back to them. And this 60% cannot be brought back to our people without paying their taxes. So we want them to pay their tax rates and license on time so that we can deliver them the best service they deserve. So thank you very much on behalf of the council.
Thank you, Bartes. I will allow two more interventions, Bundung 6 Johnson and Abuko. Then we can move to the next agenda where other interventions can be introduced. Bundung 6 Johnson.
Good morning. Good morning, Lord Mayor. Good morning, Deputy Mayors, and all other directors of the council present. And good morning to my fellow councillors. For me, Mayor, I just want some clarification, because I have seen presentation of 2023 World Development Fund, and we are in 2022. Is it that the 2022 will be given, then the 2023 will be added on that? I don't know. I want some clarification. And I just want to use this opportunity to thank you, Mayor, because I watched your interview at the QTV State of Affairs program, and it was a very brilliant and very good, educative interview. I want to take this opportunity on behalf of my ward and everybody in my ward to thank you for a very brilliant interview. I just want some clarification. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bundung 6 Johnson. Actually, I think I oversighted it. It's 2022. The person was overzealous, I believe, but it was 2022. Thank you for that rectification and clarification. Clerk, take note. Abuko, final intervention.
With regards to this double district form, to be honest, the people of Abuko are very happy and they are very proud of this municipality. Because if you go around my ward, you will see where the 200,000 actually given by the council is. Some of the media houses are open to come to my ward during these past few weeks. They've witnessed the electrification of street lights within Abuko. We went to certain areas also where we were just trying to level the ground by providing gravels and other things. And this Sunday coming, I would like to take this opportunity and invite every one of you that we're going to construct a bridge at Abuko. It's going to be a modern bridge, not a wooden bridge, but it's going to be a concrete bridge, inshallah. And it's all part of the WDC fund. Yes, it's not all from WDC fund, but partly from WDC fund. And I would like to thank the council and the mayor for this WDC fund. Thank you.
Thank you, Abuko. Councillors, you will have the chance in the next agenda item to deliberate. We will now move to the next agenda item, which is the decoration of Municipal Police Deputy Commissioner, responsible now for operations, ASP Seni Sanyang. ASP Seni Sanyang has been outstanding municipal police officer for many years. He has been recognized by all councillors and all staff to be very valiant, very honest, a man of integrity, a man who has no whims about what is right. And for this, he has been recognized by all of us and is fit to now occupy the Municipal Police Deputy Commissioner of Operations. I thereby want all councillors to give him a round of applause. We therefore invite Deputy Commissioner of Administration, Mr. Mbub, to take the lead and decorate Mr. Seni Sanyang and therefore give a speech on behalf of the Municipal Police. You may take the podium. You have the permission to adopt the traditional way.
Good morning, Lord Mayor, Deputy Lord Mayor, National Assembly members, Council, DCO, directors and technicians, media and other protocol to be observed. We are adopting the traditional way of promoting decoration, and we are going to start from his biography, educational background, and other skills he achieved. Seni Sanyang was born on the 2nd February 1979. His educational background: he attended Queen Anne Primary School from 1985 to 1991. He proceeded to Crab Island Secondary Schools from 1992 to 1994. From there, he attended WAS from Muslim High School from 1995 to 1998. He attended management course with Federation of African Football, CAF, and he was certificated B, licensed in football coaching. He was enrolled in the Municipal Police on the 22nd August 1999 with the rank of Police Constable. He was trained by the Municipal Police Department. On the first day of March 2002, he was promoted from constable to lance corporal. In 2004, He was awarded Best Municipal Police Officer of the Year. In 2005, 4th December, he was promoted from last corporal to sergeant. 2006, he was the officer in charge of warrant execution. In 2007, he was assigned to launching unit to boost the maximization of revenue generation. On the 4th day of March 2009, he was promoted to the rank of sub-inspector. 30th July 2010, he achieved diploma in peace and conflict resolution. On the 18th December 2013, he achieved diploma in public administration. 4th July 2014, he was promoted to the rank of inspector. On the 24th July 2014, he was the acting chief of operations. On the 4th May 2021, he was promoted to the rank of assistant superintendent. 4th May 2022, he was promoted to the rank of deputy commissioner of operations. Justifications and reasons for his promotions. He is committed to all duties. He is very punctual and hardworking. He is ready to take responsibilities in any different situation. He is always ready to respond to all calls at all hours. He has the ability to command and control his subordinates. He is always ready to respect orders given to him by his superiors. He is very content with what he has. He is not proud, really. He is very straightforward. He has no friend. In terms of institutional memory, we all are adopted and we were directly under the command of the former commissioner, now the director of compliance. Thank you. I will not conclude my statement without thanking the director of compliance. We all were brought under him. I came here in 1995 as a constable, and he came here as a constable. Until now, I am sitting with the same desk with my first boss. Congratulations, Mayor. So, Mayor, you have to permission to on board the commission, sir.
Permission granted.
Right, sir.
Can you rise?
Yeah, yes.
About that. Quick march, please. Right way.
You have to wash him. Wash him up. Wash him up. Wash him up. On top of him. They wash him up. Yeah, bless him.
Thank you, Commissioner, and congratulations to Commissioner Singh. As read by his Commissioner of Administration, a very lengthy career in the municipal police and a very successful one. All the things that have been said about him, we have also witnessed. Thank you so much. We now open the floor. I will start with the Youth Councillor. Councillor, I think the order of business is the decoration of the municipal police. Okay, thank you. Kalinin, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for giving me the floor. First of all, I would like to thank the Commissioner, the current acting Commissioner of the Municipal Police, and then the Lord Mayor, just like he read from the background of the Deputy Commissioner who is currently decorated in the presence of all of us. We all know that revenue is the lifeblood of councils, and then the Deputy Commissioners in Isana have been helping councils in revenue collection in all aspects, from the markets, lancings, rates. And then we have also been helping the council in the enforcement of the bylaws, most especially the new unit of called anti-littering. And then we all know every time, even at late at night, when you call him, he will respond. So at times I do have issues in my work. When I call, he will respond. And then he comes with his meals. So what I will advise him, let him just not say that I have the position of a deputy commissioner, and then now I don't care that much, and then now I have to do like any other staff here. I hope he will not be doing such, and then this is just an opportunity. And then we also hope other municipal police officers to emulate from him, and then we hope in next few years' times to come again. We come back, same general counsel is here, and then he will be promoted as the commissioner for the municipal police. So I thank you all
let's have Ibotam.
Yeah. I will go back to the history and why our committee approved the promotions of. We recommend the promotions to General Counsel. If you can remember, a few months ago, when Council set a task force committee to maximize the revenue, within the period of 4 to 6 months, that group was led by SAID. They collected 36 million within a short period of time. At that time, we all know council at times we have peak periods, and at times we have periods whereby to get revenue is very difficult. But SAID led the team and bring a huge amount of money, 36 million. And if you look at the bylaws, for the first time in the history of council created a bylaw. So the bylaw, I think SAID is the #1 custodian of this bylaw, as far as council is concerned. Because we all saw him. To our wards, even yesterday, there were one operations at my ward level, which the people of Joshua Ibota were very happy, and we are delighted. And I think, for KMC, we are lucky to have a police officer like Sin, because Move says he is very content and he obeys. So at times, if you look at the good characteristic of a good police officer, these are the words that you need to get from a good police officer. And if you look even the council premises, at times saying you will come here late at night, you will find saying here. Sundays, Saturdays, so he has dedicated his life to this municipality. And for us as a council member, we are proud to decorate him. And we will do the same thing if he continue to do his good work. And we are very happy, Lord Mayor, for decorating the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Lord, I will not do justice if at all I did not say anything about Deputy Commissioner Sini Sani. And Acting Commissioner have said all, but I think you left something behind, which I know. Sini was since you elect me to be the chairman of Youth and Sport, the first tournament that the council joined in the interdepartment football tournament, he was our coach, and then during that tournament we won that trophy under his leadership. And also, not long ago, just 2 days ago, I was gossiping him with your secretary for his hard work, because there were vendors that came into this council trying to bring issues. Sini was the one controlling them. And then when that's the time the secretary told, I like Sini. And then definitely everybody can attest to that the hard working that he's doing. And there was a time the police officers, they told me that it's because of Sini, that's why we are in this service. That shows the love and the hard work that he is doing. And then he once told me, any mayor that comes here, I will give him my heart, and as he is doing to you. And anytime we call Sini, he will be at your gate. And definitely, I will not do justice if I do not say this thing. It's safe. And then I want to advise him as my brother, as my colleague councillor said, keep it up. Don't say that now you are at another level. You want to leave your hand. I know that you will not do. And then I am appealing. We are taking part in this 2022 NISA tournament, Lord Mayor. For as of now, he is not taking part in the team because of his busy schedule. We need him back. We want this trophy back again. On behalf of the Youth and Sports Standing Committee, Lord Mayor, we want him back so that we can have this trophy again. Thank you.
Right, I'll have Old Bakau, then I'll have 2 more.
Deputy Commissioner Sanyang, you know, hard work always pays dividends. So today, that's what we've been doing today. You all know how Commissioner Sanyang is. If I didn't make any statement, I'm not doing justice to him, because he's from my ward, Old Bakau, that's where he's living. And where he started with Commissioner Sane since when he was very young. And even that time, Sani always dedicated himself for the Carnival Municipal Council and for his duty. Whatever his superiors advise him to do, whatever his superiors give him the order, Sani always obeyed. So today, that's why his hard work has already paid, and he will continue to go higher. And then Sani in Bakau, Commissioner, I'll call him now Deputy Commissioner Sanya in Bakau. He made my work very easy for me. Because, you know, he's a youth, and he's involved with many youths, and he's always going around, saying he never sits. But wherever he sees anything happening, before he takes an action, he calls my attention. Councillor, can you please come and advise these people to stop this? Otherwise, you know, I will do this for them. I will always tell him, say, you are the police officer, you are there for us. Whatever misbehavior you have seen, don't even wait for me to give you an order to do it. Just do it, carry it on, and then call my attention, then I'll come and answer to you. And then he's always doing that. Sometimes he'll just make something happen on the stage, he'll advise the people to do it, without even calling me. When I ask them how to do, they'll tell us, the consular passed here, he said, you should not do this, I said, fine. So Seni and other municipal police, you have to, Seni have to be a mentor. You always have a good mentor, and you always, follow your mentor, and then you always succeed in life. Because you also want to reach where he is. So, what I will advise him to do, let him also try to see his junior officers. Not as his subordinate, but as their leader. You always advise them, and always give them the order that is right. When you come in the implementation of bylaws, You know, Kelsey is full of offenders. But the first time in history Kelsey came with a bylaw that the police, especially the concerned sergeant, is carried on. Always help us to implement these bylaws. Anytime you call to his service, he'll come and answer. Anytime. He has never rejected any call. Right? He always come and answer to the call. Whatever duty, whatever advice you give your Senate will carry on. So that is why I always say that hard work always pays. So today you are enjoying this, your hard work. So I urge all the municipal police or seniors also to emulate you and to be their mentors. And when you come into a revenue maximization, Sony always involved. And he doesn't compromise for that. Because without revenue, we will not be here, we will not be at this stage today. That is why we are talking about a lot of success. We are talking about a lot of projects are coming because we are expecting that revenue out to be paid. When you come in terms of services, service always on our side. In Bagao and anywhere you call Sally, this is what is happening here. Can you send your police officer to come and do this? Send your police to come. So that's why your hard work has paid, and then may also God bless you and continue to guide you in your job. And also your seniors, your junior one, let them follow your footsteps so that they can also succeed in life. Thank you very much, Lord. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll have then Deputy Mayor, and then we'll move to the next agenda item. Bakote.
Thank you, Lord, once again for giving me the opportunity. First, I would like to thank the General Council for approving the recommendation brought by our committee. I believe we made no mistake by recommending CME to be promoted to the position of Deputy Commissioner of the Police Command of the Council. As of now, I will urge the Police Command to work collectively in collaboration with the newly promoted Deputy Commissioner so as to continue to achieve the good name of the municipal police that is being observed by the council and the management. Still, there is a lot that needs to be done, and my advice to Seni is to double up because you've stepped another stage on the ladder. So much is given now to you, and we're expecting much from you. So we would like you to work in collaboration with your team and continue to deliver as you've been doing, or even to do more, so as to be the security of the people of the municipality. Their lives and properties are in your hand with your police commissioner or deputy commissioner. For Seni's promotion, I think that is disputable or indisputable, in the sense that we all know him and we all interact with him and we all work with Seni closely. Because as the other councillors deliberate, whenever you call Seni, whenever you contact him, he will send you or he will appear physically. So that's why whenever the time we recommend his promotion to the General Council, there was no objection. It was unanimously agreed that he deserves to be promoted as Deputy Commissioner of Operation. So may God continue to protect and guide him and the operation of the Municipal Council. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. Okay, we now move to the next item. The Deputy Mayor has chosen to defer her deliberation. The next agenda item is the Mayor's Trophy. As you all know, the Sport Committee Chairman in 2019, I believe, organized the Mayor's Trophy, which was a football tournament alongside with the Youth Councilor. It was a football tournament, which was an inter-ward tournament, a very interesting tournament. And we were hoping to use this tournament as a way to unite the people of KM through sports, be it tribe, political party, religion, and to show unity, just like our council has demonstrated from the start. However, in 2020, COVID hit and we could not organize activities that attracted crowds, and same goes for 2021. Now we are in 2022 and we want to revive the tournament again. But this time, we don't just want to do football. We want to look at other sports, just like we discussed. We want to accommodate all peoples of KMs and their various interests. Ma transfer si wolof rek ma ngi nuyu ñep di sant ñep di gërëm ñep pour yëgal ñep tam. I think this is one of the few council meetings ne media ñu ko cover moy ne council bi laaka bu la neex laaka Gambian bu am mun nga ko laaka pour nekk council war nga dégg anglais lolu mu ngi ci loi bi wante si council meeting laaka bo mëna wax rek mun nga ko wax loi bi nangu na lolu tam. Ndax mandinka la ndax manjaago la ndax fula la ndax olof la kon na transfer si olof rek pour wax ne lu ñoo wax mooy meilleurs tournament bu amoon 2019 mu nekk tournament bu nga xam ne boole na askan bi yëpp def ñu benn mu nekk tournament bu nga xam ne councilor yi dañ dee tànn seen team yi pour ñu play against each other ku win ñu jox la award pour sa ward. And I believe at Bobu in 2019, former Deputy Mayor Latrikunda Iring Nyang ñoo winoon tournament bi. Wante COVID moo am 2020 moo tax mënu ñoo organize activity bu nga xam ne dafa indi mbooloo 2021 tam same thing wante 2022 bi yoon bugga nañ ko organize waat wante bugga nañoo indi sport bu nga xam ne dafa utee football parce que gis nañ ne ndawi KMC am nañ interest ci sport yu bari kon every year bugga nañ beneen façon sport mu ñëw kon bi yoon ci lamba bi lañ bugg a yëngatu mooy bëre kero dem na ci stadium bi pour attendre Tapha Tine versus France mu nekk tournament bu nga xam ne kontaan loo na ma trop parce que dafa promote suñ cosaan bëre cosaani Sénégambia la cosaan bu nga xam ne suñ youth si fu mu nekk nii am nañ ci interest bu baax bu baax KMC Wrestling Committee visit nañ ma ak Wrestling Association of the Gambia mu nekk lu nga xam ne bi yoon bugga nañ koo def meilleurs tournament wante man leen rek laa soxla dama bugga ku ñoo ooyee sew 10 mu xeex ak ku ñoo ooyee kaani bu sew parce que tur yi si diggante gaay daal bugga naa xam kan moo mun kon fa naa loolu mooy event bi mu nekk date July 17th inshallah kon councilor yi ma ngi leen di inform pour yéen yëpp ngeen préparé councilor bu bugg a bëre tam invite nañ la waaw xam naa ne maa si barte si moom amuñ yaram ñooñu moom neex nañoo toppatoo kon I will now open the floor to any councillors who want to deliberate, starting with the youth councillor.
Yes, once more, I'd just like to say I think it's an honor for us to organize something as a wrestling competition, especially within the municipality. For someone who's very indebted into history, it's something that we can use to also foster the traditions and cultures of our country. And doubling as the cultural, the chair of the foreign affairs and also culture committee. My committee will work with the other committee I am a member of, which is the transport committee, to make sure that we organize a very great tournament. Wrestling is not just Senegambia, it's the whole of Africa, I'd say, or even a global sport. In the ancient days, men would wrestle up to show who was the strongest, even to get married to women or to get a position in society. Today, we want to economize it. We have seen what other countries are doing with it. Other countries are being industries with it. Other countries have really empowered their young people. We have a lot of people or young people who are engaged in crime. I think it's also another avenue where we can see where they can use those energies that they're using to rob people to become more contributive to society. And hopefully from this we will see that the council will continue to support wrestling and traditional sports as a whole in the country. We have done it with football, where I think we spent $2 million including the mayor's tournament. We're also looking at spending the same type of amount this year too with the wrestling competition. And I'm hoping that it will be an avenue where wrestling will continue to become a national sport. And hopefully the central government through the Center of Arts and Culture would also come in to support and partner with us, and also the National Sport Council will also see it as an avenue to also encourage us. I'd like to thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Abuko.
Okay, thank you. Will you give me a chance? I just need to.
Yes, that's right. I'm here. No,
okay, I would like to now give the sports committee, definitely likewise the arts and culture, because one of them, that committee, you know, that is committee. Come to Mayor 2019 football tournament, where only was participating. What we want to together, what we need to team, and we need a mayor sport to is purely within the municipality. So, that way, this aspect because there are words that I would even what I would university words. So, nothing to because then we want purely the municipality. What I'm going to do is so what they came. So, committee like nothing to
Sport committee chair, you can take the floor.
Thank you, Councillor. Jërëjëf Lord Mayor balaa ma tontu laajte boobu noonu dinaa la gërëm depuis bu ma fi duggee on 2018 nga tànn ma def ma njiiti tàggat yaram si municipality bi ma ànda si suma committee nga xam ne Councillor Manjai fa la nekka youth councillor foofu la nekka ak ñeneen si biir committee bi ñoo organise on fii football tournament balaa football tournament sax team yu nekk within KMC fii dañ dee la seen request through council si sa njiit dañ dee jàppale ndaw yooyu noonu fii tamit surtout ndaw yoo xam ne saa yu oote set setal dañ dee teg part council daf leen dee mën a dimbale seen sporting activities ñu organise on football mu neexoon lool mooy itam ñu ngi fa woon ñu aaki ñu yéen football lekk lu nekk wattu la yàlla def 2 years ago mënuñoo am benn tàggat yaram ngir feebar bu lembe àdduna si ñu ñëw bi yoon bëgg a organise làmba boo xam ne daal maa yow demoon nañ seetaan gis nga ñu ambiance bi ñu fa nekk ambiance bi rek boobu benn la di ñëw ci laajte councilor bi gis nañ ne am na écurie yoo xam ne daal ñu ngi within wards bi yu bëri sax am nañ ay écurie am na woot yoo xam ne amuñ écurie waaye am nañ mbóor bu jógee seen mboor di nga gis ne service dina dikka tali bi waaw mu ngi écurie secondaire mboor loolu yëpp mu ngi am te am sonné abu ko am nañ mbóor because tay lamba moom dama si sab dama dee dem di topp di seetaan trop maa loolu ne so su fekkee tamit comme municipality bi council bi moo ko nekk di organise I think ne suma committee dinañ seet naka la ñoo liggéey ak fédération ñu make sure sax ñu ko munti pàccoo ba gis ne ward bu nekk dina am mbër bu faa jógee ko pour ñu gis ne councilor bu nekk dina ñëw pour dooleel sa mbër boobu noonu leen because dëgg la am na boor yoo xam ne dañ bëri équipe am na boor yoo xam ne amuñ équipe waaye dinañ try suñu temte lay kàttan naka la ñoo déggoo ak lamba fédération bi ñu seet naka la loolu di mën a am fu mu nekk nii because right now ñu ngi koo tooga am nañ bés ay lifin bi waaye léegi naka la bëre bi di mel yëpp dinañ koo tooga comité bi I think su fekkee ne leerul la nga gën a laajte ma leeral la
jërëjëf foog naa sport committee war ngaa indi loi ku mënta indi bëre mbor moom moo war a nekk mbor amugo
all the words who said the words around the undertaking or anything. Put up undertaking. I know about undertaking. Why come for that? But I was the lower glory. Made accessibility to all the words. Then said, but I think as how many words you know undertaking, you know undertaking. You said how many again. I show you right now, if I in the middle of it, then you get what you get a federation for it, you put the card for the house.
Aku kota apa ni orang ngaragan? Nanti pernah sport naga wrestling committee of KM ak federation bi ñooy wokkoon li wax nañ leen comme noo leen ko waxee ne dañu bëgg mu nekk within the territory of KM bu ñoo gis mbor yi jógee outside wante sport committee chair bi comme nu mu ko waxee moom na work with them den suñ ko toogee ba mu ñor den nañ àgga si yéen waaw wante comme nu ma ko waxee soo amul mbor moom fa naa yoo yaa war a ñëw waaw sport youth councilor lu la nee rek.
Yeah, but I think North Killa Council is a very important contribution. But notwithstanding, we have until the 17th. We have council on meetings with the National Wrestling Association. The detail a case study of all of the wrestling schools or clubs in the legacy municipality. Then the next step, disseminating. I think I'm the idea with the right. So what we have to focus on is the organogram of the competition. So we have so with council here. I think it's an opportunity for council as leaders of the wards as politicians. Hamsa teams in the but this will take me back to my point one I think I give you development from the Roman. A lot of times, when you look at finance director of finance chairman, the $10 million they spend on youth and women opportunities or support. One small level of the so consider the size of the budget of the council. Why, I mean, low on them problem with money, you bury the name of fee directly. A lot of youth groups, a lot of young people, then you council directly ask for support. So that very difficult. A lot when you consider the funds we get in our youth vote and what we have supported, I think there's a big deficit. So there's something we have to work on. 200,000 is given to Swimwear Development, Swimwear Council is the Swimwear Development Fund. And I think the issue as groups in your council, we will do what we can do to direct them back to the wards. Because there are some things you have in the job in your council, the ward development committees can support them and grow. And a lot because the youth vote is not even enough. I'm not a development but in a system was but I mean youth see them in 1 year and nobody see 200,000 go. But see there are majority of St. constituents, digging in them a majority of the constituents. So you always say to the you see a digging in your home. So you said even someone get 20% of the 200,000 million and the money must be development fund. Because a lot of pressure comes back to us, and people don't understand most of the time. So blame we see man most of the time. So for you said working out. This is just an idea.
Wow, I'm not going to very long about one day, but I'm a job flow colony. Penala 10 million but I see 10 million is over 4 years. So my finance committee chair be what correct. But over those 4 years, council revenue be toluna $800 million plus. Kon amount bu mo wax ni sété ko nonu is $10 million out of $800 million. Ñi nga xalama ala councilor kololi mu ñew councilor.
Lord Mayor, I'm going to go down to Chilingwa. It's not anybody in the Chilingwa and what name in the WDC fund me. You say the mayor, but I found I have a small council city, and the name of the city. Do you want the Futuji? Do you want to have a problem? Why society got you, which in a problem? Jadi guys ne phone bi ni ñu wone amna yeen project ci nga xamne xeyna sa porta bi sen ko mëna def so mom su sé wara ci sé wara ay ñene dañu yoni eli tom di kan xari ne ñu ñëw ci suñu wot le ben dafa nek problème bu nga xamne ñu ci suñu bokk di ko mëna lek na ra ya topal société man ak tout level amna ben yoon bu nga xamne football fi ak ci gannaaw football fi am na projet wax dëgg man ne yoroon naa ko daaw soo seetee loolu di nga ñàkk énergie soo seetee kanam boo ko def foofu noonu loolu rek ay millions waaye last year manage naa pour contrôle defee naka baax yoon bi ndox bi dogoon na côte la seen tay bi jógee yoon bi jógee ci Roya Dabo So ren soo demee sax dañ ne pour sa problème la so di nga gis ne fu nekk ñu ngi woo kon loolu waaye di nga gis projet bi ko any other company boo ci wax loolu millions la so pour you imagine yow su fekkee ne yow ñu nga jóg ne 200,000 yeneen boards yi wala yeneen supports yi ku ci nekkaa ngay wax ne lii laa soxla am so foofu laa bëgg a pour tontu kii wala ko ne ko ne ñu xam ne nag li ma wax tamit te ña xalaatam la waaye ñun tamit ñu laa gërëm nit ñi ci 200,000 na sa nekk seen board committee si liggéey bi WDC waaye ci buggee boole ñii rek tamit ko seen any other person rek is going to be a big problem so foofu laay wax ba pare jërëjëf
na ala alkalis rek mu ñëw ba pare important alkalis rek.
Thank you very much Lord.
It's on already. Okay.
Then I speak my name. Okay. Lord Mayor. Let's put time. After what about I participated in the Moroccan. Okay, nothing new national committee again. For harming bureau solo, it won't grow at no way. Yaro go to Mukuka. Lord Mayor, motor sonora. More water. He hadn't grown up. But it as a sport chair. In the national committee like chair, and I see I can road come and they will through one at the table. What sonora?
Yeah, I think
you turn off your mic so
yeah, I think if you look at the Local Government Act, dafa am different portion ba pare ku nekk dafa la jox cër pour noo war a doxalee sa liggéey. Okay, ñun elected officials, I don't think necessarily 200,000 is enough. ñun. Okay, so ñëwee back to the nominated members. Nominated, you have the youth. I think in other countries, they even separated the youth and sport. Each of them have their own ministry. Some of the development countries, I mean. Okay, so new free. Since the youth councillor Bunko elected, since the mayor nominated him, what did they bring here from to the benefit of the youths from the ministry? I think that there are certain things those things need to be clear. Because all that sport, most of the because sports and affiliated bodies, you have GFF, you have the wrestling federations, and the various sport fraternities. So, like, if you this tiny 200,000, sport activity, so I think that word doesn't fit even the youth council, to be honest. Because so far as sport, KMC right now, sir, they should even have all these clubs, football clubs, they should have wrestling clubs, athletics clubs, any sport fraternity, they should have the club. I think the committee should work on that. You engage any stakeholders within that sport fraternity, you engage them to establish the funds. We have affiliated bodies here on the council that they open guide. Then council can have specific budget sport, different from the youth budget. Why should you amalgamate all these 2%? The family, so you have 200,000 see donation like you have the direct guide to what level do not work. Because you listen, come on, look how dilapidated our road conditions are, our markets. Ñaata problème lañ am boo xam ne boobu lañ war a solve loolu solve fuñ ko ñu ne la chicken look at the sport fraternity, how many percent, so I think there are certain words. I think it should even withdraw that word slowly.
Thank you, Councillor. Telling me not that the youth councillor will finally respond and then we move to the next agenda. Telling him no.
I think because small te soo seetee tamit 200,000 bu ñëw wax nii nekkul dañ ko dee ekkati rek benn yoon ñu jox ñu loolu la ko waral leen dañu leen jox 100,000 6 months beneen 6 months gars yi doon ñëw 100,000 so léegoo-léeg sax balaa beneen 6 months bi dee jot sax xaalis boobu noonu jeex soo ñëwee tali leen ñu nekk boori Farokona ak between Ibo Daan ak Kalini ñu ngi fa def brique boo xam ne is more than 200,000 loolu noonu fan la moon soo bëree direct ndaw yi ñu ñëw si ñun di ko tey macha allah media bi ñu jël xëy na am na koo xam ne dafa lokki mu nekk online mu gis mu ne waaw kon council moom dañ ko dee jot 200,000 léegi moom fu mu ne dugal loolu su fekkee ne ñoom duñ dee xam lu dee xew si woote nit ñi to ñu ne ñu dem leen foofu noonu ngeen jël ko ay tig ne council bi fii moo nekk di right place boo xam ne daal gars yi mun nañoo ñëw fii ñun tamit nekkul ñu ñëw rek dañ dee seet ne dañ fi war a dugal xaalis dañoo seet loo xam ne daal dafa jël wi loo xam ne daal jar na pour dimbal ñu dimbale so loolu lañ day def as a committee waaye soo bëggee jël lii yëpp nga direct ko si woot si def nañ li at the end of the day ñun councilors yi dañoo am problème surtout tey ñu ngi laaj and then ku nekk dinañu bëgg a toog ay tuuti am na ñu ko dee defee kafsa and then at the end of the day dañoo bëgg a jàppale muy dëkk suñu yoon yaa ngi ne ñu ngi bon yaa ngi war a yóbbu amana grade pour mu grade foofu noonu grade bi rek for a day ñaata la ay $40,000 su génnee si 100,000 sa meeting yi ñoo amul nga jëndal committee members yi ndox meeting yoo dee organise sensitization yoo dee organise nit ñi ñëw nga jëndal ndox nga jox resource people yi am na be $300 or $1,000 loolu ñoo am for the whole year loolu dafa métti ay dig ne xalaatam baax na waaye xalaatam daf doon gën a baax su fekkoon ne ñu doon am ay millions yu bëri suñu kanam.
We will allow the Youth Council to respond. We'll move to the next agenda where we will give others an opportunity. Youth Council.
First of all, I think for you and for me, and more than 100,000 or 200,000 we use accounts of the world. It is out there for development. It's the development of the world. You cannot, from now based on the fact, but more than youth left in all of the world development committees. Honorable Council of the World, we want nothing but every time they can ask for support, which is one. Fee has a good care. Why from you don't tell you as a word, from me like a woman. One woman can build Alice yep, Joko youth. But no matter your money. So I prioritize. From the prioritize and the young people. For example, fee, I can use an example for the Council of Pajikunda. Fee, if you have a youth and for gas and communities, I'm about England. When I put a bill, nothing from the he more get up. Then he went out, looked for funding. You I'm not funding the community center, even though you have problems based on large other things. What I'm saying is regardless of the journey priority, regardless of the clearing of garbage is priority, but the majority of your constituents are also a priority. So they get 100,000 we do that. So get 10,000 and the community now it can support Nalen with a few footballs. Lulu is also supporting youth in your constituency. These are the things in the because you last time you level over 20 footballs. But these are things in the we can the ward councillors can also do it. One number is doing. Gain a portion, okay, we dedicate to the young people of the world. And this is doable. I understand if he has millions for the youth of but it is important, I mean, you guess what? You see, you make us a word, you say, so, I think I'm here to represent them, and I'm putting across there.
Thank you, Councillor. I will come in before I move to the next agenda item. I think the concerns your one but I think we should make one thing clear, and I think you've said it. Halis bu dee ñëw KMC doyut kenn mooy problème yi dëkk bu ñàkka mooy lu ñoo am si naamo lu ñoo am si license lu ñoo am si rates doyut pour toppatoo problème yu nekk KMC yëpp and that is the same truth bu am government of the Gambia moo tax fu nekk mu dilapidate moo tax ñu am a lot of problems suñ communities and I think ñeneen yi wax nañ fii moo tax ñuy encourage ku am kër nga jóg nga ñëw fay sa rates ku am business nga jóg nga ñëw fay sa license ku jaay marché nga fay sa duty because KMC ni ñoo toogee ni majority of ñuy fay yépp business lañ wante borom kër yi ñu bari nekkuñ di fay kon ñi ngay ñaax borom kër yëpp ñu fay seen rate wante nañ ñëwaat si waxi WDC fund xanaa WDC fund bi bu moo door ñun ñoo ko start ak yéen yaa leen ko advocate mooy first of its kind wante buñ ko start nekkul ne problème yi yëpp si gox bi la mun a saafaral parce que mënu ko lu ñu waxoon mooy dañu bugga suñ council bi door di decentralize nanka small community problems yoo leen dee am seen community comme yëfi bridge yëfi grader benn yoon yëfi advocacy seen meeting yi small community issues lañ wax balaa ngeen di ñëw council bu nga xam ne dafaa jël time mun ngeen a am seen own accountability seen own processes seen own bank account ngeen toppatoo problème yooyu wante pour wax ne youth support foog mu jógee foofu that would be unfair moo tax ñu am youth councilor bu nga xam ne dafa advocate for a youth budget ba pare youth budget bi mi ngi compete with many budget lines and some of them are more priority such as waste management council moo war a jël project yu mag yi WDC bi jël small community projects wante suñu waree solve moo problème KMC foog ñu make sure ne tax bi yokku na bu ñoo door fii 100 million la KMC mun a accumulate that was 2017 balaa ñu jël office wante diggante 2018 ba 2021 ekkati nañ revenue bi to 250 million lii lan la rek mooy more encouragement from the establishment committee di encourage staff si di yokka salary si di incentivize staff si pour ñu gën a liggéey but also from the finance committee di tëj bunti corruption yi these activities combined moo tax revenue bi jóg almost 300% ba pare revenue bi mun naa gën a jóg moo tax planning and development di liggéey on the GIS project pour ini addressing system si municipality bi pour make sure ne nañ xam kan moo fay kan moo fayut ñu make sure ne enforcement bank fa pour nga mun a fay wante fekk municipality bi revenue bi jógut pour saafaral problème yëpp du possible ba pare remember KMC region la council bi munta def yëpp moo tax ñu am nguur bu mag bi ñu nga xam ne taxawal nañ bunta to the Ministry of Youth and Sports ñoom seen liggéey lan la mooy youths rek mooy sports rek ñun am nañ si wàlla wante suñu wàlla is much smaller wàlla bu ndaw la Ministry of Youth and Sport comme benn councilor nu mu ko waxee yow yaa waroon a liggéey ak gaay pour seet naka la ñoo mun a yokkee seen activity biir KMC because activity bu ñoo def fii bariwul as far as we can see wante loolu taxut ba ñun duñ def suñu wàlla mooy $2 million boo dee laajte year in year out wante suñ munee ekkati suñu revenue bi mu yokku mu dabul 2 million boobu dafa soppale ko 4 million councilor seen 200,000 dafa dem 400,000 so foog naa suñ focus foofu la war a nekk wante I think the councillors with the funds we are giving them ñeneen ñi ngay def bridges ñeneen yaa ngay toppatoo marché ñeneen yaa ngay grader tali ñeneen ñi ngay joxe funds parce que bu yàggut gis naa councillor bu jógee funds seen football team si for registration wante loolu nekkut ne councillor bi tam moom kenn moo war a toog mu decide naka la ñoo spendee funds yi councillor bi dafa am ward development committee si biir ward development committee boobu tam alkali baa ngi toog youth rep baa ngi toog women rep baa ngi toog ñoom yëpp dañoo toog boo ko xalaat ne fii lañ ko war a dugal fale lañ ko war a dugal loolu nekkul ne councillor kese tam moo ko dee decide moo tax ward bu nekk nu ñoo spendee seen funds dafa different kon maa ngi ñaax yëpp ñun ñëpp ñu def suñu effort wante di wax ak suñu taxpayers yi ñoom lañ soxla pour ñu gën a make sure ne ñi ngee comply with the rates ak da ngaa gis ñu mun leen a liggéeyal fruitfully kon let's move to the next agenda item which is the schedule for next month's set setal next month's set setal mooy luñ door last month mooy monthly set setal suñ last set setal bi was very good wër nañ woot si yëpp gis nañ councilor yi génn nañ ak seen nit ñi PIU tam mooy police intervention unit génn nañoo doole pour jàppale ñu wante bugg nañ next set setal mu gën a am doole mu gën a am attendance mu gën a am ndimbal ba pare bugg nañ mu continuer nekk monthly thing set setal nag benn parti moomu ko benn nit moomu ko benn religion moomu ko benn xeet moomu ko ñun ñëpp ñoo ko moom ñun waa KMC moo tax comme nuñ ko defee last time ñu defaat ko noonu ñu make sure ñu gën a am attendance ne nit ñi ñëpp bennoo ñu make sure ne lii is for the development and for the progress of KM as a region parce que tilim du dee discriminate mbere bu tilim rek ñëpp la moo affect kon tilim dafa war a nekk a uniting factor pour ñëpp beenoo ñu meeg soo ne suñ tali yi set nañ comme minister of lands nu mu ko fi waxee woon bu mu fi visité soo defee mbalit foo ko war a def municipality bi ñoo responsible wante soo ko defee foo ko warta def loolu is a community issue doo mun a jël mbalit sa kër nag yóbbu ko sa bunti kër sànni ko nga ne KMC ñoo fa war a setal loolu munta nekka kon ñi ngay ñaax suñ community members yi or residents of KMC ñu jël responsibility si loi bi sax wax na ne a few meters from sa compound wall sa responsibility la comme nuñ ko daan defee di tesitu di setal seen environment ñun tam ñu def suñu wàlla mooy moto yi ñëw seen bunti kër yi jël mbalit yi dem si marché yi jël mbalit yi dem si major highway yi ñu setal kon setal bi loolu du ne KMC dafa jóg pour setal rek wante KMC mi ngi encourage nit ñi pour ñu am culture of cleanliness pour nit ñi ñu bàyyi seen xel si mbalit bu baax because Gambia dafa egga fu nga xam ne nit ñi def nañ habit sànni mbalit indiscriminately fu leen ne gota yuñ dee excavate every year nii sax nit ñaa fa dee tuur seen mbalit yi den su floodee seen nit ñooy wax ne flooding bi mi ngi affect seen livelihood wante gota du pour tuur mbalit dëgg la suñ amoon xaalis bi nañ ko cover yépp wante nit ñi xam ne gota du pour tuur mbalit kon ñi ngay ñaax residents of KMC ñu comply with anti-littering act bi kon without further ado now allow Deputy Mayor mu ñëw on this topic then we open the floor for the final agenda item. Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. With regards to this cleaning session, I think it's a very good initiative. I think this would help everyone. All the communities come out in magnums to make sure the community is clean. If you have a clean environment, you have many people. That's why KMC is advocating for the municipality to be clean under the leadership of our Lord Mayor. And the community, this message will go out there to the community. Mayor has emphasized on that a little bit. We have to keep the drainage, our drainage system has to be clean all the time. Because you have seen our water trucks going out to the community, 19 trucks to collect waste. And we have to stop this maslaha trucks. You see somebody out of one compound coming out and then throwing this rubbish to our drains, which is not right. I think as a community, we all have to come together to keep the municipality clean. Okay, I have to tell you, okay, that's fine. Okay, that's an information with regards to the sexual communication. They are not to la scenario, akajati kenya na sana. Utoni ko sexual, anyanta kena toko KMC na lo mayor na toko ya koto. Lafta ko KMC ka dinke scenario. Mbele lafta ko de kapo ngaje ko bring na waste to all for that. Ngaje ko malaria for talata. New waste trucks, nata, illegal dump site, ono mole dinkira mita ekeke nyamu fiblat. Nyamu fiblat na skip bin also na blada so me anu nyamu ko faiji. Na waste truck on fama, truck tani mwani nari, but mwani kono to be na community to na water to me anu ko tele ka nyamu collect. But outside ngajero ko na jigol dingol mole ke nyamu fiblat. Mole kasi ika nyamfanya creative file ntolko KMC malafuna lafta kaje ko municipality ay clean obekeno nyaali la dimbe nataluka because ndabekelo no nataluka flanyo kam kadula seneni wala nan ngaje ko sai karo karo KMC ibe lola idil staff be kaje ko mol ka finti karo karo ka setal no mo ka jura ko continue ko continue avec continuer. So community me along with the more Jamaica allow make sure the community clean. Don't have to because flooring jamabidi aka course munela already drainage system will be blocked. Because when they can see what cleaning exercise na science. But the idea plan don't be either in science but kaje mo na fanya I bin sota I nyamu boji. So ngana wa allow Yes, it's a council bay in need a water development committee. We are the community is Senate. Now, Senate, bail after municipality from down Ibadan and the Futala. So, maybe down in a council, bay and the community, bay come to Katuna bylaws. Blabber, give me a tangible. Imagine a condanya. Imagine a condanya. It is fitting a water every week once. Kajiti da Senate. Nijia, lawyer, Escambali to the Sudan. Is that somebody to the Sudan? Wala na nafta mono in na together as council. Ni idea mi ngana atikela no community koma ndiyama council molo ndiyama government tolo. Mola ta changes mean that mala sauke no tolo wala madu tolo masakunata. Uta alna tanyo ka na papo senene na municipality senene at large. So thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Before I allow the next councillor to speak on this matter, I think I had an oversight about the date of the next session. This is up for debate. First, I want to agree on the day, whether it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. Then after that, we can agree on the actual date. Last time we had 2 weeks to prepare. But this time I'm suggesting we give ourselves more time to prepare. So the dates in question will be either Saturday, 30th of July, 2022, which is going to be the last Saturday of the month, or Sunday, 31st of July, 2022. So these are the dates up for debate. Councillor of Kotumanja, the floor is yours.
If you remember, after the last convention, I came to office just giving you the commencement of that operation on Saturday. That the idea of central when it came, it was coming from central government. Countrywide, we are benefiting from a day work free. But here, this is regional. You cannot call on public holiday for people to be engaged in this sector. That's why we need the entire labor force in our community. That's why I was suggesting to shift it from Saturday to Sunday. That's the main handicap I saw in my area during that day. The second handicap was a lack of willpower. I would encourage the service department, and I give the force a lot of upload because of the effort you have done for us to provide 5 legs, 5 states, and then 3 or 4. But we would love definitely to see more effort from your side to provide us with 2 or 3 people. It will help us a lot in our operation. That the main that was the main constraint of last operation. Thank you so much for the initiative, Lord Mayor.
Bunungo.
Assalamu alaikum. Lord Mayor, contact about communication from the report. Let me know the last session I had about because we can when we want to get like if you know assemble you like back because we are wala mi comment ko session lo aseta ke bari ndela mi ro wala mi misal fe ko sa ke lo dimaso wala mi kana be la ko sibito mo be kana ke la kulier lo ka ke la programme jama lo ka programme jama be ke sibito la yentika ni misal fe ko me dimaso ta wala ke la mo ko mo la programme ka lo dimaso ka pasia bari ni ya lo sibito ka do la la session me bara wala mi ko programme de développement civil ka mais ala ko programme c'est ko wala so way para ba se sa rawani ko ba ni misal be ko alors no dimanche ka mutela be no wala gara be dara mo jama fi no dimanche so be ko programme ka si dimanche wala mo na mi do ba raba
We started from the organization of the sector. I think bu ñu waxee début ci général council that day ñu ne teel nañoo ñëw fii pour ñu collecte suñu bagage yi waaye koo xam ne depuis suba nga war a sesetal nga ñëw fii ba boori 10 o'clock war a after 11 mu ñëw so man dama foog ne organisation bi was poor because soo xoolee ñun matériels yoo xam ne dañu war a dispose service dafa war a dispose dafa war a make sure on Saturday su fekkee ne Saturday bi Sunday la war a nekk wala su fekkee ne Saturday la war a nekk before that day dañu war a distribute bagage yëpp si woor si waaye suñ ko bàyyee ba dee si Saturday because of that day man su ma muutee balaa dem accès it was late you know suñ dama di si trop lañ nekk di use you know ba almost loolu ñun balaa ñu jeex Saturday bi dem na ba boori after 5 xam nga mën a jeexal si Saturday you know so suñu waxee si Saturday foog naa ne ñun KMC as an institution ñu ñoo war a njëkk war a serious ñu make sure ne any bagage boo xam ne boobu lañu war a use ñu seen ko si woor si ba pare ñu inform ba pare am na tamit we have a PR department ni nañu dimbale please naka tudd leneen work with even the world secretary ak yooyu noonu pour ñu mun a nekk fu nekk waaye I see no point su nit yi yëpp war a follow mais fu mu dëgg ñu jox ko you know PR manager bi ak some xëy na PR manager bi sax mun naa ko ak some li sax waaye di reste dañu war a nekk si wóor fi ak moom dañu war a jël picture si so waaye dafa wóor ne rek mais bi rek lañ jël topp ba pare ak ino di liggéey bu war a nekk seen gox sax di ko fekkee man I think observation boobu laa am ba pare ak liggéey tamit attitude yi tamit soo xoolee we have bylaws and we promoted the new commission here I think so xoolee moom suma area si woor si from Gimpex up to this town on the day ñun bu ñu am système bi dañ sonal foofu noonu trop because dañ dee liggéey all around ba pare soo xoolee jaay di punu yi ñëw nañ mbéj food party sax they cover it so please I want the office of the mayor to support us please food pass yëpp lañ jël duñ ne mën a dox ba pare seen ginnaaw foofu noonu yëpp ay mbalit la so bëgg nañ police the police commissioner for operation please nga gis ñu loolu noonu donc ñu ngi sona ñu nekk di ñoo xam ne ñu ngi live around that area dañ sona ba si boori tali ba pare second thing tamit mu nekk suñu drainage yi cleaning ko I don't know what sort of method lañ use this year because normally gaa ñu ne NRA ñu ko dee clean I think that Igbo Town those one any word boo xam ne dafa important Igbo Town dafa important ak those one waaye suñu ko rey soo xoolee from Westfield up to this town cleaning ko so ba pare if disaster happen nekkul ne disaster boobu noonu dafa happen because of it's a natural disaster but it's a man-made disaster so please nañ try we engage NRA you see xam nga Gambia duñ jagal luwaay yu baax yi ñu xam ne luwaay bi rek bu ma féeboo loolu la ñoo def we will not move as a country lu ñoo def please any government parastatals government agencies they were created by the act of parliament so su fekkee ne nit ñi am problème nañ leen oo ak nu mu gën a gaawee di ñu address situation su fekkee adresse wu den ñun council mun naa def step mu call press conference wala mu wane ne lii ak lii lañ bëgg a def waaye we don't have the support of the agencies or that institution or the ministry that is responsible for environment ñu ñëpp xam nañ environment is very environment is everyone concerned su fekkee ne environment bi tey is polluted we will all have a problem ba pare su fekkee ne we will go back to the history am na benn time tilim moo tax ba colère yi happen Igbo Town ñu bëri la réew so please pour ñu avoid such nañ try suñu drainage yi ñu tilim ko because su ko tilim just one more Igbo Town is like a dumping area because most of this ndox yoo xam ne dañuy jógee London ko wala Bundung yëpp just Igbo Town lañ dee jaar so su fekkee ne tilim ko ñun we have a problem and I think Lord Mayor please you have to put your weight on that to help us. And secondly is the WDC. I think it would legal health very. It would development committee who again a 5,000 Nigina Bagas settle. I think every word we want to develop because council Bagasi are not enough. ba pare su ñoo distribute bagage sax dañ ko war a distribute public place what level council ma jëlee benn 10,000 wala 5,000 dina bagage puus this stock at pair I don't think that will not cost you huge amount of money. So please, maa ngi wax council yëpp nañ def loolu noonu because council mënut a jëndal bagage enough bagage pour nit yi yëpp. Thank you.
Your council.
I agree with what the Honorable Councillor Okoto has said, which is one that it is better off to do it on a Sunday than a lot of people last week. The last session was a good one. We had a good turnout, but I'm sure we can do more. So, but by doing more, you need to engage with more people. Right? I think that is also that's called the PR. To see that there's more engagement, that a lot of people are engaged. That is one. Two, I suggest instead of us just picking dates, we can all unanimously agree that maybe we can do it quarterly. Or let's say we can do it every end of month or every last Sunday of every month. That would be easier, at least citizens would know in advance that on this day, this and this would happen. It wouldn't need more publicity. So that would also be much.
Thank you.
Okay, jërëjëf dinaa ñëw fu councillor Ibu nga xam ni gaane waaye balaa maa ñëw fu dinaa ne I am very happy ñu ngi ñëw back to the old days of APRs and Operation Clean Nation. To be honest, it's long overdue. Lii dañ ko war a yàgg def dafa rek comme lu councillor Ibu tam bi waxee tam dëgg la ñu man ci naa seetal bi ñu ñoo jëral suñu wax yi jox dina nañ moom 10 to 15 hours. ba pare gis nañu tam youth si ñu génn si football team si génn si ñëpp pour motiver gars yi génn each football team jox ko $5,000 donc 5 teams ñu génn each tamit gis nañu sonn ñu ko ñu jox ko football team so fu la ne council tam war nañoo ñëw ñu dimbali ñu si loolu parce que football team moo war na leeral suñ ñëwee des saturday comme youth si rek expert pour gars yi ñoo liggéey waaye suñ gars yi génn seen des saturday ñu liggéey ba pare nga ne gars ñu raxas na ñu dem ay petit doju ñu nekk si tam soo leen koy si la gars yi wax ñu seen wàllu wàll ñu ngi dem seen yeneen yi so I think the council tam war nañoo dimbale si loolu su nekkul loolu online dama gis si phone bi comme que léegi ñu dem ñu ko wane ñu ko dégg ñu jëriñaat dara so man moo wax ko wañu mooy ida mu nekk si saturday au sundi waaye da nekk loo xam ne monté comme ak council ko yu lu mu wax da nekk loo xam ne monté ne dañoo nekk suñu schedule bi everybody will know all the news one waaw ko nañ am so léegi last Sunday morning dañoo nekk si dañu nit dañu génn si ñu am benn fekk pour police on ko la duñ ko am
Councillor of London.
Good afternoon, Lord Mayor, Deputy Lord Mayor, CEO, Directors, represented here today, councillors, and my fellow councillors, council officers. I'm so grateful to be part of this day today, and I hope to see more success of this kind ahead. For the Setsetter, I will speak on behalf of the Setsetter. The last time, materials were not deployed early, as my fellow councillor mentioned here. I hope next time materials will be deployed early to consume lesser time and to make the work more easier. For the people of London Corner, I will promise them that the World Development Fund, we will use it for the development of London Corner, inshallah. But what is not clear more about the World Development Fund is, was it started in 2019 or 2020? Was not clear when the chair was mentioning it. I'm very grateful, and I hope materials will come to our end for the Setsetter, because I didn't have any wheelbarrow. No wheelbarrow was supplied to us in London Corner. We have all materials, but we don't have wheelbarrow, and we don't have the backup truck also. We were just using our World Development truck, that's somebody truck. So please, next time, I hope we will have something better than that. Thank you.
Thank you. Chairman of Finance Committee, can you respond to her specific question? That's the only reason I'm giving you the floor before I pass it to someone else. Thank you.
mentioned, during my presentation, I said that the WTC offices start operation 2019. So, and then for the WTC subvention, it started 2020. Yes, thank you. So, in 2020.
2020. Thank you.
So,
I will come back to you. There are others who. The Director of Services wants to make some clarifications and then.
Good afternoon, Honorable Mayor, the Deputy Mayor, the Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Honorable Councillors present here, my colleague directors, and the project director for CAP. It is indeed a very honor to be part of this very important occasion, that is the opening of the People's Chamber, which is very much historic. I just wanted to address on the set setup. Yes, some of the councillors have addressed some of the challenges that we have encountered during the first set setup, which is indeed very true. We were just starting the set setup, and we have learned a series of lessons that we wanted, and so that will not happen in the next set setup. Some of you have proposed the date for Sunday. During our consultation with the Transport Union, the reason why we have some failure in terms of provision of fleet of vehicles is simply because we have a consultative meeting with the Transport Union and some of our partners, and the Transport Union promised that they are going to provide us trucks, and then Council will provide some fuel. And unfortunately, on Saturday, some of their drivers were having some contracts and then they could not able to come to support us in the exercise. And Sunday absolutely was the day they proposed. They said whenever we are doing such a let it be for on Sunday, so that at least some of their drivers will be free and they can come and support us during the exercise. And then we have also learned lessons. The Honorable Councillor for London Corner and that of the Ipotam have highlighted that tools were delivered late, simply because we are waiting on the trucks from the Transport Union. But nonetheless, we are working tirelessly to ensure that the coming setup will be a successful one. The Office of the Lord Mayor have engaged some partners. We are working with the partners. Tomorrow or Monday morning, we will submit our concept note to that partner, and then probably there will be some fundings in terms of the implementation of the coming setup. What we want to urge is that yes, the PR department has a responsibility to publicly sensitize, but the World Development Committee have a very important role to play in the mobilization. Some of you have the local government in front of you. It is very clearly stipulated that the World Development Committee has a responsibility to mobilize resources, both human, financial, material. That being the case, the Council will rely on you publicly or even engage your World Development Committee to further go down to the wards and sensitize people that this is a very genuine cause. To me, Council have already provided what it can provide in terms of fleet of vehicles. Now it is the responsibility of the residents of this municipality to ensure that waste is not dumped in their communities, to ensure that waste is not needed and their communities clean as expected. We strongly apologize for what really happened for the first time. That was the first time at our level as a council. We tried to organize it, but we felt that it is very much important, and then there has been a successful Easter, and that we wanted to continue. And I therefore want to thank the Office of the Lord Mayor for coming up with that initiative. At the long run, it's going to be in a form of a competition where stakeholders from the other department institutions are going to be part of it, and then we'll look at wards that is most clean, and then materials will be provided to those wards so that they can continue doing this on their own. Thank you, sir.
Anything more?
Okay, I think last time we set though it was successful, si benen board, why lu bari tamit manke na. Tay si manke bobu nonu boobu lañu war a sukkandiku ñu seet naka la ñoo defee ñu am better set setal force fi ñu ko dooree mooy director service one no kept director the councillor for Kotu dimanche bu mu wax noonu I think dimanche is ideal because ñun amuñ dee boo xam ne dinañ joxe for public holiday so therefore I think ne dimanche moom moo nekk bés boo xam ne nii war nañ ko mën a def set setal loolu su ko jógee affaire yi bagage yi ñoo use pour set setal du mën a doy as much as council du joxe sax du doy because that very day is the entire world mooy war a def set setal léegi comme ñun tamit ñun noonu ni ñu ko defee ay toog ne councilors yëpp loolu lañ war a def képp koy war set setal bi nañ ñëw ak seen bagage wheelbarrow sax su ñëwee du doy woot bu nekk community bu nekk sub woot bu nekk dañ am seen chairman ne ngay dem relais message bii nii kuy ñëw nga indi walee sa moos wala nga indi sa rato wala sa pousse-pousse nii rek lañ mën a def pour ñu mën a am a successful set setal because that very day dañoo jël sa wés ñu dem tural doo fay mbalit dañoo environnement ñu dee clean noonu ñun am nañ ñoo xam ne daal within tali ni noonu almost every day di laaj ko benn maire Mariétou Niass ñoom every day dañoo bale seen surrounding ci bëre man maa leen dee wax ne loolu leen fa dee si mbedda bi nii rek képp leen ma ko man mu dugg suñu office bi dina ko jël ñu dem tuur ko and then I think ne loolu moo war a xam with the issue of the football teams nekkul ne saa yu ñu leen oore dañu war a jox xaalis because ñun we are their representative ñoom dañu war a taxawal ñun suñu mandate la pour ñun tam ñu mobiliser nit ñi génn pour ñun suñu ñun ay politiciens la te ñoom ñoo ñu saanil carte gars yi bëgg ne ñu amaat second term gars yi bëgg ne ñu ne seen parti nangam ku gars yi tax na def na nag dara nañ leen oo ñu ñëw ñu bokk ak suñu set setal loolu moo nekk ñun suñu mandate warul ne naa mii na ñu jox leen xaalis benn ñaar ñu day bindal suñu programme ñu dem attendre ñu jox leen dara wala ñu organise football tournament at the end of the day winner jël recently bu ma jógee organise the winner mu ngi am 15,000 ku jël rono sax mu ngi am 10 gars yi am seen veste gars yi am seen football loolu yëpp xappul na ma ne leen soo leen bëggee these things to be continue anytime mooy di ngeen naa génn ngeen bokk ak ngeen dooleel ma and then these are the things suñu war a def waaye su fekkee ne ñu ne every set setal dañoo jox team bu nekk $5,000 foo jëlee xaalis boobu noonu so these are things yoo xam ne all councillors loolu la ñu war a def doo ñoom dañu war a taxawal because comme ñu liggéeyaa ñu gis ne ñu am dara lu nga xam ne dañ koo def for our period in the office te bagage yi tamit dafa liita na ñëw comme léegi foog naa mbir bi leer na lu waral mu liita ñëw mooy laa ko moto bi ni mu responsabilité loolu moo tax waaye bii yoon ñun dañoo ñaan su fekkee na lu ndaw loolu naa joxe balaa Sunday na ñëw Saturday mu teel a nekk suñu on foog naa ne loolu tamit lu baax la and then last but not the least mooy security personnel yu gars yi day yónni commissioner they were not in uniform and then ñun dañ bëgg a gars yi nekk on uniform pour lan yeneen am na yeneen mbir yu dee xamoon within the living within the community xëy na dinañ ñëw bu dee uniform am na ñeneen ñi suñ gisee uniform rek dañoo respect dañoo gis ne police officer bu KMC ñëw na adresse na li mu ne lii war a am su ñëwaatee dañu laa ñoo arrest so next time soo leen naa yónni seen main si field bi let them be on uniform it's very important waaye hardly nga xam ne he is a police officer man ñu ñëwoon I did not see them on uniform only reflector KMC at work so nañ try ñu nekk on uniform you take note on that foog naa li moo nekk man suma contribution so loolu
now allow 2 more contributions one from Talining South, the other one from the Environment Committee Chair, and we can close this chapter. Talining South.
I have a question. Thank you so much for giving me the floor. First of all, I would like to thank the Council for supporting each of the wards with an amount of 5,000 for us to be able to do the cleanup exercise. For me in person, that very day I wake up at 6 a.m. I use my own personal car to come to the main council here and then pick some of the items, and then I was opportunity to be given a small vehicle that is going to help us in the exercise. But after failing 2 of them, one of them disappeared with the fail. The guy does not turn up. I only escorted only one. Because the guy started giving me so many excuses. So I think next time when we are failing any of these vehicles, we need to have proper measures. Because we cannot use council's fund. We fail your vehicle, at the end of the day, you get disappeared. We don't see it, and that does not tell well. And the other issue, too, if any councilor who have been given this fund, make sure you give it to the people. We cannot be giving you this 5,000. At the end of the day, you don't do anything in your work, and then which means you are actually in the council, and then you are actually in the taxpayers. And then the other issue too, just like someone mentioned the police. For me, the time the mayor was coming to my work, I saw those police officers. By the time the mayor went, I don't see them. And then I cannot in fact identify them. I saw only one guy who identified himself as a police officer. But the time the mayor left, the guy disappeared. And then that too was not turned well. So I will ask the commissioner or the acting commissioner of the police, whenever we are conducting this exercise, send us the name of the personnel that are going to be with us in our respective wards, if possible. So, based on the finances of the council, we cannot be spending a lot of money on waste management. If you check, the large chunk of KMC fund is going through the waste management. So it's high time. Currently, it knows that KMC is doing some public sensitization in radios. I would prefer for the council to scrap the current public sensitization that is going on in radio. We use another method of sensitization. Why don't we do a form of a video setup? We educate people, we go to schools and teach people about waste management. Waste management is a collective responsibility of any resident or any government as far as we are living, generating a waste. Instead of KMC pay a lot of money on waste, at the same time individuals are also littering the street. And at the same time we use the same taxpayers' money to go and clear those streets. You will be in a traffic, you will see an individual who will be eating banana and throw it on the streets. At the end of the day, who do you expect to come and pick that thing for you? We will end up in using taxpayers' money for that. The most important thing is good we can be doing this setup. But for me, what I would advise the council, the money involved on waste management is too much, and then anytime we are organizing this setup again, we have to spend a lot of money. Even this equipment, though we have some donations, but suddenly we take it from council to cover. Even this $95,000 that was given to about 5,000 each was a lot of money. So I'm going to learn where the current sensitization that is going on radio, we scrap it, we use another way around. We inform the public about the importance of waste management, and if people eat, let them not throw waste in the streets, and let's take care of the purview of our compound area. So, and double this is to have a responsibility in this. We, at our level, we can do that one, but I will also advise the council also, whenever we are going to the media, we use more of this kind of, we educate people about waste management. So that's what I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Environment Committee Chair, you are the final one. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I think this topic is very important. Environment is everybody's concern. If you look at that TMP environment and look at the previous environment TMC and look at now, they are quite different. All depend on the effort of the councils and the service too. Right? And then there's a lot of money spent on environment. Ranging from the drilling cleanings or settlers and the materials which will be given to the councils on this that day, and then the token that are given to them for motivation for their people. Alright, as an environment and community, things are starting with number one, the drainage. Alright, if you look at the drainage years, alright, we embarked on drilling cleanings about almost 3 years ago. By the time we came to the council, when we are doing drilling cleaning, we are seeing a lot of flooding happening everywhere, and even my ward was not exceptional. Alright, Igbo Town, Talendings, and other places. Every now and then it's Joshua. Now there are a lot of flood. And when that happens, we are always calling the Lord, flood has happened here, this has happened, but at the end of the day, we do very little. Alright, to solve their problems. Alright? And then if you look at now, if you look at it, exactly, yes, there's a lot of money spent on drain cleaning. Alright? Last year we spent about almost 4 million, 4 point something million. This year we talk about 7 million, something like 6 or 7 million. Alright? But no matter how much we spend, the life of the people, that is what is important. We have to put that also into consideration. Because when flood happens, if you look at the victims, the amount of food stuff, their materials and so on that have been spoiled in their house more than the money. So at least KMC, we are putting the life of the people at cost. That is service delivery. And that's why we are here. Alright? Now the drain cleaning, alright, last year it was paid at $100 each. When we went for an evaluation, we found some contractors have issues. These issues was the finance. Some of them say that if they know, they are not going to take it up. But I told them, this is a contract you sign with the council. You have to continue. So we went to come back then we make a recommendation of at least an adjustment. That's fine, that has been happened. Alright? This year, when we had a meeting, right, we discussed at the community level, what are we going to do in order to avoid the last year's scenario what happened? Alright? Then I was just an advice from the lawyer, can you call the NRA and find out how do they do it? Then we call the NRA, we put the speaker on the license, or on the loudspeaker, they explain how they go about it, how they spend it. We said, we can't do that. That is going to be too expensive. We don't have that much on this council. So we agreed that we can do this. Alright? In fact, I am going for me to explain all those scenarios. But let me just go to the concern of the Igbo Town Council. Yes, from Westfield down to Igbo Town, up to Bakote, those are up to Kotu. Those drainage along the side of the road are not solely responsible of the council. No, it's NRA. Right? I took it upon myself because I've seen your concern. What you post the picture you always send, when you forward it to the page, you also send to me. I took it upon myself, going around one Saturday. Right? From here, I walk on foot from here up to that end. I've seen a lot of blockage in the campus. There are certain areas we found about cars, the dead cars, about 3 or 4 inside the thing. And all this happens along the businesses people. They are right? And then at the same time, the slabs that have been broken, that's where they put all this waste there. And then put the car tire inside. Right? So when that rainy season happened, what happened was, now the force of the water pulls this waste and block that other end. Igbo Town, around this fire station, down. And then the water has nowhere to pass, and then it's completely flooded around this area. And even that affects the market of Lasari. Because we went there. Mayor called me, have you not done this? I said, we have done it. But inside the market, it was not given to any of the conductors to clean. We said our drain guns are going to do that. But at the end of the day, they don't have the capacity to carry it on. When you look at from ISMA, from the IEC, that drain there, they did not clean it. Right? Igbo Town, that is Kayupa Street, they started, they did not complete it. We ended up giving somebody to do it. Right? And then when you look at the market also, they did not even tell it. So when that happened, the blockage happened at that point, and then the water splashed inside those areas, and the market got flooded. On that day, we all have the sleepless night. Because we have seen a lot of comments from the social media here and there. And then some of those comments are not true. At least we are spending a lot of money on environment, but we are also seeing a dividend. Alright? So when I took those pictures and I sent to the mayor advised me, can you call the NRA and talk to him? I personally went to the NRA, and I even called the guys, the director of NRA. He said this year they are not going to do the clean because based on their past experience. Then he explained that to me. I said, but now, if you have not done it now, that means the effort council is doing is fruitless. He said, anyway, last time we have got issues, and some of them are showing our issues on social media and here and there. So this time we have sent our technical team there, they look at the drain, they see there's a space where water can pass. That is what they told me. There's a space where water can pass. But what are the wastes that are inside of those wastes? And when it is passed, the water carries those waste where it is going to accumulate. You see? So I got that advice from the mayor. I said, we have to do something about it, otherwise, Igbo Town and other areas are going to be affected. He said, now, Councillor, we don't have money to do that. And even the advisors from the service directors, Idi, Baji, and others, the mayor then advised me, why can't we try to clean up the space that, the slab that have been broken, and then unlock dislodge those waste there. I said, fine, that could be possible. Right? So that's concerning with that heavy rain. And most of those things have now carried out by the water and caused a blockage down there. And then it happened that, Igbo Town, that area, fire service, our market affected. This is not causing. But I think we are on top of everything. If you go to Igbo Town also, alright? Yes, Councillor Caprice is concerned. I went there twice. I also Lambaji went there twice. When we went there, that day we even went for him and he took us around. But actually the dredging has happened there. But the way he wanted dredging to be done, that based on the advice of this man, he said he cannot do that because he is the very one who supervised the dredging. But now, the other area that has extended flooding also are complaining because when you look at the Kayupa Street, the other part has been dredged, so the Kalindi, connected to that big dredge. So this other part also, they said, what has happened to this end, they want the same thing to happen from where you call the Jane Bam, something like that. That's where it's having very big pool there. So when there's a heavy rain, if that pools get water, then it's flooded and all those areas come out. And we know importance in the water. So they want that to happen there. And it was recommended by the council himself. I told them, we can't do anything here without the approval for your council. I went for him. We went down. And they appreciated very much. They let their problems and so on. I said, I'm not a technician. You can go there with the language. They went there and they got the advice. And sorry, that is also going to happen. But actually, in that area, we can't completely avoid flooding. That's my guide. All right. Then we come to the Sesela last side. Sesela was a success. It was a very big success. But I know some areas they have challenges. Like my areas have challenges because that concerns me with a lot of program, big program in my work. But despite the fact that I was mobilizing the boys and they were cleaning both market and other areas. But this section, let me make it very clear. It's not saying that we have to ask our household waste to come out and dump. No. We have our waste trucks that is going around to collect our household waste. The center simply mean clean up the quarters, legal dump site, and on the street to make our environment clean. I think that's the purpose of the center, not the household waste. Not the household waste at all. We said this, where illegal dump, small illegal dump that we think our community can clear, and our street, all right? And then if there's a quarter around your area, that is, you feel that there's a waste in it, and then to remove them. The challenges there were, the trucks were not delivered on time. The materials were not delivered on time. That was the challenge, but that was the first time. At least we learned better lessons now. That is why the driver union, the concern of the driver union, they said they can't work on Sunday, they always go to work on Sunday, they have a contract, but let's stick to that Sunday. Now to make ourselves better, to position ourselves better, and to plan it better, then we have to dance with their team and make it on Saturday. Whether it's going to be last month every Saturday or quarterly, it depends. But let's try to do it on Sunday. I think it's better. All right? Then when you come to like radio programs, these radio programs are very important. Maybe we can minimize the time and the days we go for this program. I appear on QTV. Based on the program I used to have with the radio when the radio was started. They came to Cape Point, Bacau, when they are the distance, and I always brief them about the venues away. They always tell me that make sure that the debris are collected. They went all over, they have seen what is happening, and they make us a documentary. After having that, one day I was at home, they called me that they said, we invited me for our morning program. I went there. When I was talking, they are also showing the documentaries of kids. The drain cleanings and all other things they are even showing me. So I think it's very important. The attitude of the people need to be changed. That cannot be changed overnight. It's also part of the radio program, TV program, and even to the schools. To educate them how are we going to manage our waste. What our business community also needs to help. These drains have been cleaned. Now, please, I'm talking too much, but I think it's very important. Yes. These drains have been cleaned from Westfield, from the duplex down here. When you go there and look at inside the drain, you can't even believe that this drain has been cleaned. At the duplex, you know what they did? They gathered their waste and put it just under, at the edge of the drain and burn it and everything. I went there and I told them, look, you should have not done this. All of you have a very successful business here. To buy skip bins and put it somewhere, you can put your waste there. And even the tractors and our waste will come and collect it. It's better than doing this. And you see what we are doing. We are cleaning. You see? They said, but where I got? I said, but you can buy it. On that day, I nearly fought with one of the shopkeepers there. Because of the attitude I've seen. Like people are serving. They said, I have the pictures here. It's the whole slab of bananas was caught and put inside the drain. One of the shopkeepers told me, Councillor, you are doing this, but our people are not helping you people because they always come and dump their waste in the waste. It's better during the rainy season. When the rain is happening, you see that some of them come with their bags and then empty in the water, and the coast blockade. But after this rain, we have a lot of negative current. But the work has been done, and the money spent on it is not regrettable, and it is necessary. And then we are even coming more, because as the councillors complain of this, it's quite high. When we have not done anything about this waste, this itineraries around this wasteway, this old thing that we have been cleaning our community is going to be used because it's going to cause blockage and somewhere. At the end, it's causing flood in this area. So, Romeo, I think these are some of the things that we need to I noted down. Alright? So, radio programs, I believe we can limit the days we go there, but let us continue with it. But at the same time, let's start to continue educating our children from schools. It has to start from the younger age, from the primary level to the upper highest level. Because till now, but you can see, even the dustbins that you put along the highways, sometimes you find people sitting on them. While they are eating orange or mango and they throw it. It's something that is happening. So please, I think
It was the last one. We're going to have General Council in exactly 2 weeks. The main event of this General Council was to open the council. But by the 14th of July, which will fall on a Thursday, we will reconvene to have an exhaustive General Council to include environment, include markets, include establishment. There's a lot we have to deal with. But let's conclude here. Let me just make a wrap-up statement about this setup. The setup was done a long time ago, like some of the councillors are saying. And it was a practice that was abolished because of many complaints, and one of them was because of the public holiday on a business day. And a lot of revenue was lost, a lot of people were forced to stay at home. And I think this was one of the complaints. But regardless of the complaints, one cannot deny there are benefits to cleaning up the nation until and unless we have enough enforcement capacity to make sure people have real consequences when they litter, or people also have the social awareness and the environmental discipline not to litter indiscriminately. And until that time, I think Sesetal is a practice that we decided in the council that we have to bring back, and we are the first to bring it back as an institution, and we did it successfully. Remember, it's a first of its kind in a long time. And even the ones who are boasting, the APRC ones who knew how to do it so well, have even forgotten how it is done effectively. And we have to relearn by practice. And we have brought it back. We have seen successes in some wards. We have seen lapses in other wards. But I think overall, it was a success. The PR also did a lot of sensitization beforehand. Now, I think what the councillors are advocating is that the decentralization of it, it should not be a mayor event or political event where they follow the mayor around. It should be a community event and a regional event. So we would like to see the PR decentralized. We would like to also see the council staff decentralized, and the security forces. We'd like to see them as well decentralized, and all participants, both human and financial resources, should be decentralized, because we must ensure all corners of the municipality are effectively cleaned on that very day. And some of the interventions we have started since then is, one, to create a societal task force and to invite development partners as part of that task force, where we bring our heads together to make sure that when we come again with full force, and we come again with a lot of impact. Secondly, I think the councillors have rightly said, instead of just saying, let's have a societal this day, why don't we make it a monthly thing, and let us make it a rule, which I will end up presenting as a motion. The other thing is this time we are being smart about it. We know that council has already stretched resources and ward development committees are also stretched. But how about the private sector? How can they come in through their corporate social responsibility budgets to chip in? And we are glad to say, we don't want to prematurely announce it, but we are glad to say that we found a sponsor willing to spearhead this next setup through a corporate body. The other thing is, we mentioned here the day itself. I think if we go back to how it was done on the Saturday, the reason people lost enthusiasm because they felt that they were losing revenue that day. And people cannot compete between food on their table and cleaning the environment. So moving it to the Sunday, I think is a brilliant idea. The other thing is the mentioning of the drains, etc. Every year, council has a disaster mitigation budget. We do our best to make sure drains are free of clog and debris to ensure water flows when it rains. However, we had some setbacks because of the Birkama Highway drain, which is very expensive and not really purview of the NRA, and which was not done this year for one, according to the NRA, early rains, two, because of the expensive nature. And the nature of the drain is so strategic and so big that if it's not declogged, it does cause water to flow back into other areas. But now the council with the environment committee have decided, let us look at the strategic areas we can declog to make sure that our markets are not flooded and certain areas that can cause real damage is prevented. Now, before I go to my conclusive remarks, as I've said, I think based on the arguments and based on the average I am hearing, I want to present a motion that every last Sunday of the month be declared a Societal Day where the council will take the lead. All in favor say aye. All against say nay. Motion has been passed. Clerk, take note. Finally, I would like to commend all of you, the councillors. You are the foundation of this municipality. Your people are your power base, and you are the pillars that is keeping this municipality running and being managed well. We have a lot to do. We have a lot of deficits. We have a lot of problems. But we have all the energy, the youth, and the will to make sure that we will continue to develop this municipality and take it to higher heights. And let us never forget and never lose sight that although we are from different political parties, we are Gambians first, and we are working for the Gambian people. So in that spirit, I would like to thank the Imam Ratib again, the pastors, the media. Without them, we cannot have our work known. Without them, people will have no idea what we do here. So for that, we tell them thank you and we cherish them. To the ministry, we thank them for their attendance and we want to push them to support. We know we have a new minister and we give him the benefit of the doubt, and he's already made a lot of positive steps. And we want to encourage him that the council is a partner of government, and the council wants to work with the government because we serve the people who are all our masters. And to the members of parliament, we want to thank them for coming. They were once our colleagues here. We spent many years together here, and some even before us. And now they are in a very important position in one of the highest pillars of the country, and also in a committee that is very dear to our hearts, the Local Government Select Committee. We would like to see them make a difference and bring laws that empower councils and further devolve power and decentralize government, and bring laws that make sure development reaches faster the people through the council and its WDCs. Finally, I would like to thank you, the people of KM, for your support, you, the people of KM, for your trust, for allowing us all together, the deputy mayor, councillors, directors, and all the staffs, all the way to the most important staff, which is the field workers and cleaners on the street, to get paid our salaries to be able to serve you and do our job to the best of our ability. Therefore, I would like to declare this General Council closed. The meeting is now adjourned till 14 July, which will be a Thursday, 2022. We can now close with prayers. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
comme ali aje nyame wala amoy nyame drong inon general council kutoti mi alon ko building kuto ni ne lo janne be kele meeting dulati sain wato bela ko no tumo non ya sudon ko mana jana bar sain alhamdulillah ni lo jam ali aje abe ben nyame talib ahmed ben suda ni fana bala achievement kono le ay men soto KMC nimbe ala archive be abolo ritindila avant ala lodu la bambandila talibe do ko min ke KMC ani ala kansulolu oto do ko nyata oto ko mo sitem to ni jairo di kansulol ni kansulol ila lok ma ye menta jang yes ready thank you and posting yes assalamu alaikum honorable Kemo pour que al congratulate fana ale ni nda doko ni mamenke kabre al tata in office woto fi ñim felinti ale ñin dula yele ale mitino kijan ale a fil ñaadi le pour que duna ñi cembas kuto kono ado apetar la alla tare ko
fo kontano doron mbe mo be kondo mbe mo be jayla mba fala KMC ko le fana ya baraka kato ila namolu wal fana dun nyento na yel man namo jonon ta futala jam fara dame bare ni ba nyaaton ka fana to ye plano soto ya accomplish o fana ka kontan badol dun di funding ay molu kono andu ntolok bin kontan batale kaje ko nan office ko yele na ta cimba ko fana sura kono kato janne fana mo KMC la parliament so parliament be nyami nyama mbol nyama ku kuma balle ka discourse jang ku balle ka fa jam mi alon ko nam molu 500,000 mo ba sabatri ndawda ni ba lokko ka cala bo nyanta kala dulal mi anko nyanta kala dulal kuma balti wala na in chambers yele na investment o ke je kaje ko I look very respectable katun KMC ko lokko mbola ka cala kan jang andung ntolla do ko as councillors wala ko we are representatives of our wards but if we are also we serve as developmental practitioners o developmental practitioner fananka men wala we are service deliverers so service delivery dum ñu be da wala kono ko naaja na mol la ko kacha jang problem mo le ka men soto la wodol to e ka batal men soto dina kacha zina fata no jam fana na fa ko nza fa cancel ko nim problem mo ko le soto isa je cancel sa kele no ya wonni bata bo mo kono ko yaaje bi nyame bi alnada ke nata luwa ko do samanan wala ko sa at the end of every month be sesa lo sot la wo mul walde me anko ni chembas la sembole wo dintol la kaje ko KMC ko non faransa luwal safeno me alon ko abakelal yeah
so wolu ani comme ale même fo sa karwo kari c'est karola dimanche la bangoni pour kana ngalone ko bantale num mais mun atina mun o sembo di alla pour atelier o keno ani abe mul na fala munela
alon policies like all executive orders like all policies ay better mal sort ay jaw mal sort am tol yaje ko setal munum better malati bari ya force mol kanne tol kamem foko ita sembo tala no ye policy samna hanna abede ada nyawonya bari anyanda kala in consultation with the people led wala na force na moli trial leke wala na ses lo menkero mol na dafa ko abede ata moli la consideration ol din tol la mel mi la representative voldi wala na bi kam nda fona ta jang kabri ko na date select wulta nambulo sika na taxi ka wulta ko instead of mbesila jang ka date select ntene mol kabrin kachata ye mem folum ko nali yake sibito aka kole yambulle ka dol ka dogo ke sibito bi gol ka yelle ba dimaso mo jama ka tra siriya wole ba sone ala mole andu na rafu ko fananko al ka ke karo dimas labon in kabri nalo yam moy ntele wo sojes jang kadu nan la moy mole la mol fana yela solution dinna nara samana jang so ala nata ke aketa fenkoti mole standing order pass anata mayonata ke luwa ko di KMC kono jang so ka bonnam bila dimanche men mina karo kono ala bon abakela set le di KMC kono
ya be kila set le di bare min kuma ya bi etelon fonding kewla nyaton ko tija ado do ku sifal pour banko kan fonding kewlu nyendele pour isi dabla je min kuma kambe tarle bulu be fonding kewlu wakil le min ko e telephone nyina tambla nyi ko nyato
nala yaje ni na council fon ba sonko la bi fonding kewla ko la andaka to jaw wala nyama katu mfana constituency le soto ndella constituency fana warata ñin constituency le beti kado ngambe jam fondinke bankolo andon fondinkel wa dawoda antemmi la representative lati dol nim bijang nim fondinke ko ni ka aka kandila ko bi aka nyame bare wala fana ma adiati to agree and disagree anu na believe ko ko memba kala KMC jan nim fondinkel man tambi anyaato ada kala no kan tolle siata sembo fana men tolle bulu alfal sa hamo so to bari kado sembo te bulu ita kala no mbama alfal sa hamo so ka bari ku dole yemuta ita kala no ban tol melu funding ke tol nyanta developmental na tol nyanta a champion la na spearhead katu wala ba banko fana sampla ñaar
uta kuma da bake honorable thank you so much pour kanyim dinam
thank you abaraka
oto mbe on chairman ol marché watel a telephone ka jambe nondi fa fana ena ta futale Okay, Councilor, itelum di chairman fanandi mi alon ko wala be mararing marché wala. Adun ni dara bi nga challenges men so ko ya ko bunda me warta bake wolum noti na environment be nori. Adun ni dara be marché o ka contribute to bake le. Odo apelenti alko dimanche o dimanche karo kar la dimanche labang sang albole londi la pour ka setalo ke wolon kan dan dangol senende. Bar sang marché o kono ngajele lokun tambila ina talol fintinde e kaytande ko KMC filinte marché ko abel nori nyame yoto nga jele dol fannata e bayr kewol ko la lafta yo fanan senende jang ani ñing setal mi bebina e be mol haklima yalla nyaade ni ko mon ñante la dandamol senende la kaboyti la fanna
yes abarka bak camara ba fango ko contente fana e fana ka bi kataran fe jang ela ñin ka rota tamben karola setal ani marché on first na commence marché wala bayrum KMC jang intele mo market committee la kia manoti so the entire markets in under KM abebe intele la committee koto anu intele mo committee la kia ni nata marché on jibe ani setalo ni senia marché o taw mu lungolun kulet the municipal setalo me alonko me o lungolondi ko karo kar dimanche kul laban wo mu karo karo kulet bar marché wala senandro brindol natna office ngaje ko wonyanta kala lungo lung kuoleti and wonyanta kala continue kulet because nim marché wala man senia ntol fongote Sénégal andu nim fon man Sénégal kende ala in the sense that to labbalu won na domoro le menika wafi menika sang abeka bo marché wala kon so first priority nim ko jata kende ay sabat no nga marché wala kon first Sénégal ye ngene karo fananke ko viral video dolbe circulate kan kay tande ko KMC la marché o kono jibe sere kunda jibe wala latre kunda jibe nyamo lebe nte bring wo video fintida meyo ya senya street do fane akinye mfon tata ngai ijibe sere kunda ngaje jibe na mamfenye latre kunda ngaje maji to nyale marché o te keri melonko nyamo buka bonda kon barni nyamo fintita aka hawlon naka jannabe kola kata fay ajanta fay la dame a jam fata nya every 24 hours KMC ntol kana marché be clean nyamo ma expect ay tara marché kono for more than 24 hours no kata o mo kulete me anko den woto mambo kalam but places like sere kunda latere kunda wo mu ay sholati wo meni be mara liwol ma wol man hani pour nyamo tara woto 24 hours ni ngatre marché do le fon fin fan sa fa demande boto marché wol men yake a mistake tan ye picture le boni men anko is long time pictures
no katun samala kito wato adu ya bondi wato min kono wato kono samaka ke so ni ka fanya long time ibo justify no la mo bo fam la nya
yes because it will lead them for ko nya mbalito nyimbe jele ntata jele market manager tata jele matara je so na believe ko wo video tata le janning itoleka wo kuma kanwol samana anda manke nyin sama kono tata nyinan tata nde
mun da natalo min findida amanke
nyinanti so nte ba tala ko natali koto le muwoti ni alon ko ya sama nan ya attack just pour ka non naki KMC tola atome be scenario already ni nata marcel la scenario ni KMC fanga la scenario road
wajila la youth council mo ngere ke mota safiro kala wolo to ko ni natalo nying kabribe lati kunda lo kanne sanji fula koma ako kan ni tara bi sere kunda ete dula tarlaje membe lo kan lo robe dame adu background to dula be lo kan nyintole
ha fo latri kunda la lor wato lemba fo min to la lor wato ba nto justify no ban sen yitande ko na taro nyin amanke KMC konot marcel konot because bum mantara lo kan membe gunjangoti sainte KMC la marcel be kon under construction na marcel fon be kon mi alan ko is under construction and bunjang la steglem amantra na marcel killing kono within the municipality and it le video men fin a komala bunjang la be lo kanje so o bunjang abe mintola marcel jumala kono let them show us wala nan koy ko na tale kotole mu me alan ko imata sai wala ya bonni dulato ya attack KMC la ko to bara man KMC na talo
to tar le pareri ni watu ni comme ni banko dingo nyaayo kusi faaje lawdan ding pour aller fana yal tulol dila kado
okay wol welcome tale mo fanga ko has criticism nga jele ko motivation nem because ni wol dolbe keri ni eka fenne wali ya doku ibota men kalama wol bebe banko din kende ya ko men ko mata je wala ko ye tonya kibarodi ni atara ko abe kerin abe kekan damen to yewta fo abe kerin minto ma fanna ni muntu malakata wol kum mayata e kane de yafe ni nyaaji bari kana kudo fana sama na min mantara kerin so mani nata to nya fanje ni afa molbe kana lela so akumata le e kane de bari ni ba announce la walle ba fola walle ba sen la ay ke tonyati yes
oda baraka bake ni bula jamme kunan kata do nga kansilo latri kunda jabe dungan a fafana na sain alhamdulillah waran na environment we na jani latri kunda kumande bayra tel la be nori so auto honorable diba so mbalal nga ning partate wala dum etesina honorable diba nga jele bi ali alla chemba kuto yele am nga nyaati bari ngalo na do ko dulalam nga jele kumolu folo da mili jampata bari fo ikoy ko akuntu bari amanke la diamu sila siati njikita ko challenge min be kunto environment la kalola ikoy bole be fula adade bete kunano bi konon ete amira ko say frendi e lungo di la fan e modi mo ko karwo kari dimas labang yewo ditele la pour labe senia mune kuma ya be wala pour ka woke ani woy fasa nyaati
kamara ba baraka bake ngamra da le nyinin karo kumara bake and this is left nyine fola but the council of honor law and meo you know he's very dynamic ako every Sunday ngoke every last month of the Sunday ngoke sersalti atante la committee meet ala pre timetable there because nga challenges so last sersaral ngake Sunday leti ninta for talk dafa union me afo ina raja nie midon soto but nada difficulty so da member council be complain ka motor mana on time material fana manji on time so sersaral sara very lately and because of the way more discouraging le so because muna wasabu dafa ko Saturday karado ko la so lew do ko nyeka revenue so wala to du no laje ina ye lantol kan bon nata ko ngake sondeti e bayla ko sonde dafa jama be bukata do ko la is nanan eni ya ngawa so yalong ni be sifa kala ita da folo komen ko tele miro da may wol samba bayla partner so le fana miro nyata talale so birin da folo fon to laje kon to ten kenola nin da folo man traje wo da folo me fon bol talade bawon tol ben te jono la fon ka foyel di ye makoy nin ko me modul wasan dala ka foyel di nge makoy so ni to le memfo ndo fani de sonna wala ngaje ko ngaka last Sunday of the month every month ka je ko mul fana hewul baka lo no kan so mo jama sa fini no kake bar nga men senani je wolum ko ni sasa lo men kana ni men ka mon ko men be molla su ko nya molla tale kata fayde waaw nga moto so do men kata rawno moto lu nyin ka pour ka su ko nya molla te kata kay ten dal skli ya jo mamiro ko la mo bulde all right so but in sasa lo purposely atana fa mun wolum ko na streetol kan kana streetol clean kana corner clean ani na nyamo fay la me an ko ka fa illegal dom me na ko men na fo fay la je ni wol je damen ale ta ja le je clean moto na apika samba
so que setel nyanda tar lay tebe senari ila to ko
setel nyanda tar lay tebe senari ila dinkira senari ani na raja ko every day every person mama gela compound gate yede be luaso le compound ko ba fo be live no compound ko ma fo tam ko rade ba but at least 5 meters away from your compound that's your responsibility to make that place clean o mita mara responsibility pour ko clean but ye nya mos kana ya fa be do ko KMC binasakala o ma KMC la fon ko de do ko de nya mo nya da fa da na fa to KMC fon kala waje KMC do ko mo de pour ko nya mos ka but nga en kados ka nga faram faram nga lo janda nga fa da ko KMC binala ya sika so nyanta hakilot lo do bakele because muna ko be hakilot lo do bakele wala mu ko nka kodome spend service kuna pour kana environment senel na kota ni na dulal ka senande ni ngata ko mole moy nka men fo radio don ka menke yaje mol fo ile ngana jaji ko fale ni ngana daji ko fale ko do men ka duna environment kuna pour ka sana abatala le o ko do nyin fana mbita development dolto
murla mol kan
ba
ke nyama fayron
dam mate so we are service delivery we are not here to make profit but we are here to deliver services I think that diamond nga ya be mo nga mem foje anu naaje mba fo nga je concern na mu council so because council boro la to ile mo la kan wala ye si jang so me si jang fon fe be la mo badan la ay barome na ko lembang magadol ko lembang e ba fo la janne so ni automa ndemam am se chairman responsible ndala nyande da jabira ndo fona effort menke because ni ka du ñola janne
chairman baraka bake and meeting be
thank you
to parembal no mambal fasala ko la kaje ko ay finda nga famule fanan ko alko almana fa concentrate one word la kilime dama inshallah honorable councilor Ansumana Bayo camara ba official be ñinin kala kuma kilim flatron bari ite fanan be ila dinkirabe damin abe silabale kan adum jemu molu nyaadaleti adum nemo be ñiñala ñanda jele nyaadaleti ñaada manida doron problème molom adum bimbe damen bi business o yirwa masha Allah mo be ko le doa latu kunda frata o temboto bidun la naw nañi noñi aliaje le kodo men kaddu njal fawle ka siejam so te fanay mu lodulal ni mira ani mun kuma kan be mbulay simen dino o molula pour ko samuta ñofi
alhamdulillah rabbil alamin alhamdulillah rabbil alamin alhamdulillah rabbil alamin najam folo taka Allah taala tento ka jaye alata ko la latre kunda sabiji ward bring 2018 local government election or sita nte Ansumana Bayo mumbe lorenteng nin candidate nan le nyo saba nyim position la but latre kundan ko ko Ansumana itele en wasa ben na carte keso di letella pour ni tata KMC isin na mono bayno ye nyaaji yo fanam fita ye lon na kola ni latre kunda sabiji korose within KMC ninko lati kunda lam capital to sera kunda oto mbe boyla sera kunda ko kanda bar lati kunda sabije I can say it's a second capital within the municipality because of munemo the rapid development sato ya attain. When we come to this refuse issue, wala minyinte mbaliti ko nyina. Ndenga mon ko se mbaliti ko nyina. Mol mantare la cordal na mol jokan. Mol mantare la business sul registro lansino jokan. Aning nama kotangul mulu mulke jo ni yow kodo nati council ngata nga kodo ta ka dépenser mbaliti fayo da mankuna wokola inyata keno jela nga mundu ko la nama ko don wonte ansumana bayo bala fa bakel because munat nambe je fola not to say ka foko mbalito manyana fayla bari ning atar mbalito be fayla mul yalon ka tubabul ka foko indiscriminate dumping comme ça kam mbalito fay adiate nyami bala firu kan andi luwa bunya baliya kan
wonyan comme cité sino e banko dimu ye mira wara momondi ya fay
adiate nyami kamera ni tamantar man sa ko
mun ni dépense keto do deposit tinyale
wo la namo ko do ya tinyale nde ansumana bayo man son latte ko nda sabi
ti mari mi ay so min ye mbuso fay silo kan do ye o dépense tinyale
ha yen mon la ko do tinyale because um felen kana mon la ko do ta nka dum etela mistake ko kunta ka fay adu ma mistake yi tawtal so nte ngajele ko to babul ka mo people go unpunished after committing a crime wala misal fi ne ku jaw ke fo ye bandi e buka luwa buka lekan adu ni luwa lang kambalia mol kan ñen development o tar den de bakel adum fanan abatnal fana molla nama ko do anyanta dunne la hajol mul kunna amanta wul kunna mul kummat ma fa kon kambali to munta ka debalse ka fa ya man kummade bari nte ko ci talano nte kundi wonda miro nte ko nim momu yambali to fay manyana fay la munne almani ko do munna woy do mbalite fa yo ko do kunda depanso kunna bari mol ke la kordal namul mun jo o manyana dun mbalite fa yo kunna wo ñanda ke la fenne mol ñaasi munje si la doku yata fay and still you allow people to continue indiscriminate dumping wala mu hansa ye mutu fambulu mbalito diate ñaanya ya fay wo ñama ñi manka ko te ñi tundo mol la fitam mun na surtout la rekunda sabbi
daji ko mo ñanda falina
daji ko le ñanta falina nin daji ko falinta wo baytan la mol la ko banko dingul ye banko lu respect le adi la ñaaton ko la kan fana ya batule bari bi ñaaton kan la kan mam batu banko dingul mantar sondi ñoma munela parce que ninte be shiri nabiti ko ñaatilo na jang ngaje fitaro ke ya fay gota ding kokol nte mu ñanta wulla wolot lata ngana nga fay kari man ñanna ñinkel bari banko dingul mela responsibility ta banko dingul kam ndel ko ite mu luwa talalete banko ka wala lunta wala muyti banko ka gambe dingul kam ndel ko ite mu lunta wala te la banko ka wo ñanta bolal
da baraka bake nga ñong la honorable Peter Finance.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Peter. Honorable. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Come closer. This is Kamaraba official. Bente man dama ñew rek pour doole len. Because of dégg naa fi challenges boo xam ne yéen yëpp la dal mooy yéen a ngi use revenue foo xam ne mun nañ koo limite mooy di discrimination of mbalit fu nekk ñu ko sànni xanaa yow tam da nga am problème mbalit ci sa gox.
jërëjëf ci ni nga ma joxee di flop la ma mun cee commenter man moom ci suma gox sant naa yàlla Kololi ko xam Kololi bu baax geographically ak xam nga compared to other wards ñun amuñ dat problème bu ñoo xale jokkantel bi fi mu nekk nii mooy xëy na développement bi nu mu ñëwee gars yi nakal tuwaati gars yi bàyyiwuñ xel ci yooni ndox bi fu mu nekk yooyu laay jokkantel fu mu nekk nii because da ngaa gis ne gars yi ngi encroach ci kaw main road bi so di nga gis ne ndox bi pour mu flow wàcca booli Palmarin especially starting from Tavan because soo ko seetlu boor left and right la mun naa demee Bakoteh mun naa demee the other end towards Palmarin so ci yooyu noonu problème si yooyu lañ am ak wàcca oti Sénégambia société Gambia tourism board bi tamit with all their élèves naka taate développement si di gars yi ñoom bàyyi ñu yoon yi ndox so loolu rek problème boobu rek lañ am but when it comes to cleanliness macha allah ñu ngi def lu mu mun man moom everyday maa ngi dox ci góor di wax ak nit ñi tamit waaw compared to other wards yi
dafa mel ni foofu mooy tubaab banko
waaw dafa mel ni tubaab banko daal mooy li ma leen dee wax daal foofu mooy the heart of the Gambia.
Thank you honorable Peter.
wax na jërëjëf jërëjëf
Bartes ñine ya nota dula beti ndate atele ya nota dula beti Bartes ko honorable Councilor pour kadrom bari mbenga lonne ñi mbalit ko ñi problème wolom bari ngaji ko daji ko fana mbige ba da paso min ka dunga kuna telefona ka foja atele ka sial ka ko kacha abe dunna je adun na da pam ko di jama bale ka dunje me ya lon ka si control nole ba ni daji ko fale million men dunda jate dunna jabe dunna dula dole to ite mi kapring di jama ka dum bali to la koto akay mirar ndi nyaade le pour mol si daji ko fale
mbe konton na camera ba ni la media empowerment alla ñinin karo bete ata bakele bawon tolu niaje mbeja mollel yatinna adun nanna dalilo fana mun jend comme like molla problème o ngalo yewo ko ñinna yo comme yen ñinin ka ñemenete ñimbali tol ñing ala ko ñimbe council ñaadile nañi municipality kono to ñala council ka ko di jama bale dundi ñimbali tol ñinna kola adun ni yembali tol la ko ñin jube fam ndolo birin nata council birin na priorities identification loke wala kalon ko munni mun sula koldi mbalito lo ko bulata force agenda le konole in every community here municipality nyon kono jam fo wala fon nata mol council fon tariyandi pour ay jere nya fon hanne ma ko do fon so do fam bari nga partner ñini me mbatin la ko ngani wodu westro ko samana wala mboto mbalito pour comme mulla nyamo be karla ko nyame because nyamo ate baye no la baaw baluwo be kerinde hada madi wala baluwo anin wo buka tano nyokoma ba faye sula adun nata sula to doron wato men be sula de ka sula la kanyini bar na ya so to doron fo ala hajo jarata izajala ala hajo bota nyim mbala ko fayle say wala classify ta as mbalito nyim yo wonyanda kala nyaadile ate tuno la lari wonyama hannen ameta dulata bara manyana tarlaje yo saying akake council kam bodin neti to nyala council ka ko di jama bale dundi je me yalon ko because ni nata nanyim bali tol nyinna ko njibe la kabo council fam le level kabir na staff solo woluka batamen ka ko nyin kunna is too much okay ni nata jibe dula jamal be je dolu be je mol kaya sundu ko le create e kanya mol fayje dolu be je mol la gotal ko different places KMC jang hane be tama kam yaka nyamo je fayrin dula beldo yo e bayelo ko council na raje ko insi mum mezo le create no nga bayelo create janne pour luwal men yad nako lebe council sembentu yara bawo dinkara buka marno wata luwa man traje adon gambe jan tonya mo le biggest problem omu attitude ledi Gambia the biggest problem is attitude towards our environment, attitude towards our other personal dealings. So for molngan na daji kol ni na mirelu nya le faling ndol fon la karola anina dandaw ni na environment onyim yo e bayelo ko aketa council bul problem molti ba to mala men na comme control man soto oto mol be nya mol file anyhow anywhere they like yo council fana man na luwa san nata luwa le be kerin nak fa nga ba nga bay los lale yo bar comme ka implement ka tamandi comme mol lafta la nyamin they are doing their best because comme nga men foro mol le mirel nya la nya ka falem bi isi moja na nyamo mota ya faydu la dam dana manya naka fayje nin council la autorité sol nata ye loi la mare kam automatically tebe council jël as enemy nin ala misal fi nda council lo bo ko nyin nyaton ka yakan abende fon jël as enemy ba ate ba jël ko ndel nga carte fayni e ñin fon fe nda kan da fon bu la problème kono na malo njumale mu avec problème mo ñin la me yo la kam bawo ate la jero to wala be marle municipalité ñin so e ba jël ko mol ke symbole la fon jaay ka barotu mata manke woti Seneya mu wajiboleti mo be kam adun Seneya fanati tano ani mara lolu koma because pour ye molu senende especially jama fo ye sartol so tobe menul landela ali nga nyimbula ali nga kejang ali nga kojam so nyimbali to lokko keta council bul problem molti ay a telephone famo first priority te melo ko birinata aketa council kambe because bibira la ben jamano men to tem pour que council la level fond maison no abe do ko sifa nyaadi la fon ke kan community yi mbalito dabo kono le bawo por jeddoli be jele mulu ko jele bar ni be tambila janka bo westfield janka bo KMC jam fo janne ka fatante fon la wor sako sare ko na bartes me alon ko jemu business community le mul be mu 500 be ni wato men to fan ni salo dastal like 1 week plus item mbalito control no la bagasu be jila dron mul be jila dron so aka men create environment to is too much ndole men mul law implementer solditen o laisser policy make solditen councilors ndole ka problème bala so be ko kan dem ko jetem almost daily nka to problem so la nakonyo kan nda bestere sere ko nda syndicat balaje ni syndicat tema jo syndicat fon nda bestere world so nta ka men feel mbalito lokko don ka complain men soto from the residents neighborhood mamira council of fon kaso municipality fon ko na jam e gajele so is
of a great concern wala tin nambe fero be kalambe molu danna ye fero ke ngan daji ko falim ba nyin tata na ite ta manola ite tambino la daji ko ko man ya janka ko Europe diara Europe Sénéata mo li le daji ko le falim sarto la fana be laring ni e fewo mo ya fay la re manyen na fale dam to luwala kalikam yo baro luwa nyin jam molu ko mu de ka compromise ni ko ba effective la ye taytul imu mo jawolti o maybe ndolang fa carte fay do fa ci staff to on extend fay si teretin fam next carte fa wanta dile wanta kay den gal ko personally ni be carte fi dilante la ñina kam ko ndete loi ta man le kan kana carte dinna ndefa ko ko ndeba sila wala ba onde ndefa nga carte fay mo le carte di meyo la le carte di député la le carte di président wala le ñi mo sabo be bente santo la le to son point but la femene ma kenye hanni batre kam yo ning arrêté ko kante tiretin wala nyama ko menta carte di le la kana carte di ni carte di ndel tabe carte di la mo le adi man carte di ndel tabe carte di la mo le so men kum mata mol nyande ke daje ko falim ngaaje ko na jam fon li yalete adum fon le tamu nyinti bi ne nañu sari le ko gibe luntan siata fo abena tammi la dure wala o luntan wala men se wato wala ka to karamul kajafi kan dro ñul la janjibe ite molu ma koy la so ndol men fomu banku dimul ten tol la ñenta ñental as responsibility upon us we take the leading step so e bayala ko luntan wala men fana be jang because luntan dol be je ka bona hilaya wali ya to nyami ya lonne bari biri nata je nata jo comme sometimes na loi dol be je molu hannata be on bari iri lasta baba kele so e budu fana liye bulo fe e ko fara boy nyami ake bara wala nyama so wala be kerin jang fong mol ngan daji kolle faling loi liye la do loi ñenta ka respect because janima loi ñin landi ya respect ñin sifal jama babe je ate bonola imaja hanin nañin KMC police solte ngi recruitol dalilol len kamol be bolol kono isaja ko do ila dalilo ñin pour yena different reasonol lem revenue generation o bolol kono bari ñin fana bol kono comme kaaje ko nañim bay lo solte ay implement because ñun ko don lan don enforcement body yo so kela ko mo ñin jabe ro wala ñin ko fomol ngan daji kollel falim ngamuta ñu fana fe ngaje ko janna yuruwati tanon tol fon lo koma ñun ngabulo ñama yes to nyala council be responsibility tala le to ko yakan council anin councilolo bari nak jumañol le kerla the most affected person wala residential ñi fonte molul mene be sabatin na tundolo kono adu yibale la ko ñi mum be la kulete because cleanliness mol ka fa ñami is godliness islam wala fa ya fa Sénégal no la ite tarno la dino kono ko ba dino bara la comme islam wa fa ñami otumata Sénégal man na Sénégal mon dino la tunkum fololde jannin kokur ndibe dunna kono fo etere Sénégal isana yimera kudol la kono buton o ko mba folo moli ko ye daji ko le falim ngamuta ñofe mbe ngaje ko ñimum bele fenneti mbele tamu so ownership ñi momor ndi ñantale nga ga jalosli yima ñanda ka caahna ko ñi fon la fam kaje ko na tundulu e Sénégal Gambia is a very nice land, it's very flat. So ni ngamuta ñofe you can see difference ni glal Sénégal no bu mbele jar kendal you know so wolam ko te melan ko kay ngamere momor ndi ñanta ka o kan na dunoti dal
baraka bake kansilo labo baraka bake ke tendu ke jay in time mo dina pour ni kacha yeah okay honorable councilor adum telefona mo finance committee ni min be ka kijang dapansole kake abondinya na dundinya be ana nyininya anin kamol wakilni pour kajo so ngajele dapansol dundamente be nyi nyatale baran sain ay kola kol dolu nata kan min keda challenge solti o karola so kamala pour que finance mu ne fono pour mol sila daji kol fali bari tele along ko mun jël kabo tele wolo so min be kabo asi dunno kudotel mente nyinte so woto simune fono pour ka je koy fanana e ka bojeto men soto asi falino mole fendo
ok après ka baga camara ba comme ya fanyami ndemu councilo karamo sisal ndemu talenin saudi councilo the same time KMC jam fana committee labijan committee la karna KMC ka doko keno so alana rake lanna ya sodanto and select the chairman of the finance committee, another the chairman of the revenue committee, and the vice chair of the account committee, and a member of the education committee, and a member of the Mbalit committee. Wala na name Mbalit Motole committee for Nambije. So kami kamera baya fanyami. Am easy? Sako KMC dogo. The moment mola katefai, after katefai call and do go to the telephone bowl. I tell you how long you should think outside the box. Yaji benyanda kamunke mole. So kabona 2018 na. Dalkana na julo letter KMC da because natar no $7 million letter non yata overdraft la pruke salary jono KMC staff la salary jono natari fanam bowl clinic wol fanal KMC julo be KMC la $4 million so ndel na kari sabarek e mol samba court ko fonse julo ni julo mu fenel mu yan nyanda ka jol because ne a moyno KMC no do ke staff health insurance non ya fa yo staff health insurance fake la made scam la made because it be insurance company found be ban imukasonge health insurance de KMC da because of mona imukajono so it adam boy clinic in all arrangement go fan the same thing majono so mulle julo dun KMC la but mo le ko in the na new council dal man fen dollo ina den samba court alhamdulillah nada ko julo bejo and then nathan balito fata ren sade be kono jani dala be 500 illegal domiciles will be mototi jamu yalon ka kambalito kono because 2017 KMC jurol tanu Ajib Bank $20 million you go purka modol sa in nyaga bantan company do be kafa nyaga bantan baramari be jama na purka modol sa you go pur moto tang but moto woro dama yol nan na KMC apart from the moto worol e moto nanol be mankiri hanin sa wol man nano KMC even ni moto worol e mul nan na KMC danda porol moto ni liafa moto kotol lamin ye sabana ke bon nan porol ke nan na ke pa KMC anexia dalle tanyu no mari mutal na samba code amari na on the bill Canada border so ne dala KMC fa revenue jibe ko bonan 2018 on mo revenue ni ado ya bare 170 million no so na dar no kodo jamal kada woni individual le posoldo kodo mu kana pu ke council anen ken na sadel tundol yuron so kamintal nada dalle publicity lake na signboard sol gadula don ka ko report any corrupt staff na measure fan put in place me alon ko na KMC staff hol ite ko do kele fansun kunna ko do bari ba ko do na la na KMC main account do kabin na do ko ke na revenue start ka grow ka bona 170 million kada for 250 million san dembe tumo mundo tan na revenue bi daga na up to $300 million so kabin start ganil beso na daga plan sol ke onnan dara partnership la kana nimbalin motor more 2018 2019 KMC man ko do soto because KMC man ka bank ka mi ka ko do lan ko do munta mol bul go ko do ta pour que do go ka mol so mo najue man sembo soto mo $130 million ko lon man sembo soto ndara PVP la alnara ke alhamdulillah o PVP ni KMC ko do mun dépenser pour wot so le pour sen trokol jono wala 76 million so but troxol found if on ko do mun do go fay wala 54 million so no be la faninga wala ke 130 million na trogo nel banjola one na last month or 2 months ago na trogo nel launch so ida jibe fana KMC bigo ko na bojoro na ke 40 60 lade ko tan nano o pour KMC dogula la salary lo ane o operational cost so tan woro wanya ndaka muru molkam bag so 76 million oni wala muru da molka so ne mun kal ne ka fa la ko KMC ka mol charge balito la whatsapp wala ni trogo jo o $10 so man trogo nel jo so lafaka ko ende jamamol be fanam bar KMC o 60% mo nyanda ka mo ka KMC ol dépense pour ga na tro ko ne sa jono na wodo fananga 2019 KMC starta ke official yela word solle wodo wode ke $80,000 la dila pour ye official yela no bar word dandal bi jemi alan ko itali mo ga dital wolon tale nin saw dum dafa mbodo dami abuko anen bakaw because of the community center la use ka KMC am promise la pour kana maintenance la dol biye ke maintenance ke la ba still maintenance ni dasta demande so ni bodo fanana nani word official ko pour yake sub treasury unity because ko devolution of powers so pour sembo ta molka molbe dami mol fanal yalon ko janno jam fanan KMC e mol kala motale so yo office hay ye fansu de ko mi be KMC la ko wonna yo official yale ko pour na councilol na alkalol ni na double signal pour que KMC mako namu kanuna na satel do na tundol do so no official bije al momo fane complain soto komi anything mu yalan ko ya jela comme KMC la ndaka yi sera ward official la pour ya report je sa e complain on be address la so kan bodo da fanan na ke internet each of this office it be internet facility for 1 year ko la jo cash power every 3 months ga 4,500 la jo so ne raj be pa anam so ward office get 13,500 la spend kundo so internet is just 100,000 12,000 per annum that is 12,000 for internet so that be office furnitures bijele computer fanal bije na office lo na secretary so je mu yalan ko an council otije ban secretary kata je office kata tamaka nimbo do fanando KMC nara kaji be every time council ka request kala adon still gani 60% mum fongo pour san council la sia neutral sia so in the cake of the council go say instead of individual council ka request ka say na jibe say na actual amount de each ward la so one another can subvention de KMC council la every ward office $200,000 so start can in the 2020 kana fo benin sa munto ten start ko di so naji be bi fanam be munto janna $3.8 million la each ward office ye $200,000 ba alaji be ni account sol council manga signatory je mun mu signatory je WDC member sol WDC executive member sol wala signatory to ni account sol
wala munti
mulga koroni san pour mulga san ni roga pour koroni sa findino pour mananku ni sa findino ba council manga signatory je council da koroni bondino council do bondino la je bari ya WDC members on ida secretary ye vice chair o and then ye PRO lesa ko don bonino we treasurer o lesa ko do bonino ko min data banyam de secretary lo na treasurer and then one of our advisors wala ko don bonino so ko don fa ni ba bondila mbele ka sinna kacha ke na ward development committee meeting so na ko don ya bondila mo na ka request ke and ko don be spend min dole fa na request ke nim pare da no request da ne be attached with the receipts isa every 6 months gana go ko dan ka rita no isa ikani another 100,000 di mola so every 6 months 100,000 no so pa anam wala kada 200,000 so mbe KMC ngol be danela komi e kodo be bulol to bulom yalan ko atankata e kodo mode kodo sunyala ndel kamindal nara nan del first major team mo ndengo na san bolso le ngo report any corrupt staff so we don't compromise with corruption. We don't compromise with corruption. One the revenue beselaka. So maybe 2023 budget na budget of funds up to 600 million or 700 million, inshallah. Because and then the electronic revenue payment system will introduce on all the revenue line of the council pour que synchronize. Isa evident balana vote carry jolla dunda je jumanile joroke balito jolla soto daje lancing jolla soto daje namo fana yard owner sol jolla soto daje but comme KMC sande na big challenges mo mundi mo jamal bi je muge namo fangol jo lempol jo so lempo jo ni dum faralo lon korati even di not of abijel comme samo sande ke lempo jol so naaji be lempo ni be nyami fane residential la so an commence rate mais naaji be 20% da manaka jo 80% be muka jo so be KMC ko danela ni lafta pour na silol be dogo ni lafta sama KMC real estate di molla o e bunlo molle isaya ani defon ko rabe bul ban banku bumbije ni lafta a better house la isna na KMC na ya be demolish ye cheap house in lo ye at the end of the day ka jo do mon demande because wala mun tele mirror design na mirror mu siloledi anen jiko anen proper housing facility for the resident of KMC because lafta ni mun na KMC ya KMC kam dako Dubai ni mun na KMC ya KMC kam dako any other developed countries in this world. So Allah baraka bagi.
Baraka bagi council Mansali fana apapana ina janimba close because after all the political parties mu bijang ne be seton dina ma baraka bagi mu atela nila financial committee la chairman oti honorable Cisse of yes kais Kamaraba official Kamaraba official honorable Masal pour que afali congratulations doko mi alon ko albe woleke ni dula ni matin ba ngalone ko mo bele dabiji ko sal bele fasaro ke development on milan ko be keka so kamala sabula ya ali mbalitol fo adi tele ma fongla atel lañu duma jang mbalito mo la problème on ta da mo be la problème I understand ko paneton funding kewla food sports committee tirma ci amano ti jang al frential binana lal ko nyoboro e ñoboro ni atra ko mbo fula moy sa tel bo mbirol bon la mintole katum meyo yo min fo ni man biro soto min la ma fawna e fawna be wurana mala fodi be parale ban pour ka wura
barka bake camera ba official mbe tendula ko take mbe jeyla once again ko on ka fo e nyame do wato wat rek alma nyim sifa ma siala katuka bendo kayra be on la wato wat nyimbe kulli wala don kejele wara fen kuto nata don ngeje andun telefona nyine ma hammoti as far as molie carte fay molie pour nga do ko okay so a telefona you are key in this you are our partners in our development because tumando bato do mosi tara sidin kankare kunda afoko nyil mandra do ko la pare mose fana sino la kari afoko he tonya kari nyol be do ko la o be sunta nyadina atel lelab atel milbe media fatani nyinto ka molla do ko ta ka yitande tentu ko mbe tentu la mbe jayla fana mbe kontan la bake pour que la nyinin karol jinkanjang mi man tambi yen tombongo minke meyo yen tombongo minke enke bala boto feala nyaton ko woti anim fanan ye mbalito ko fanam foja to mando bata ni ala son dambabe jinkanna folo nga commencé mbalito la karola to nyalem ni talindi moy manjam fa badala andu fanam nyim fanka solto mulkatale ka mbalitol fayje o si abata talindi shate hoto hani before ntebe kala kanceloti o be siarin jele balit faydula buka sonia be pare fanan mutol buka soto pour kana ka mbalitol ta kata ka fay alala demaro kam betintol nata 2018 for b alla nina mlot meyo Ahmed Talib Bensouda ala nyaton ka yakoto anin kancelol na hakilo fay nyoka nga jeko mbalito fenne mi alon ko abe na municipality batandikan amanke talinde ndamati 19 wards will be ibebe mbalit kumbola so wala can de bring na mirror fight nyoka ngaje ko is important na ferol bondi ka jembe na mbalitol fayla nyam woto ninyi moto nata ni aje bi alhamdulillah so far ante ko sumi ata domanding mbalitol karol mi yo sabo bolem nga fenne na fe mimbe mol de maka de municipality ala nafa ibuka lom fo lungo min na moto nyanda kana ya kamara ba amanna wolungo ka kololje abe kumala na mobile be kumala kansulo famata moto jela lunkari moto manna bi so we aitandiko how important and how important this project is we can di tonya definitely wo mum fennete mi yalonko fembalem andu fanam ba kan ka jeko we have more plans to address our waste Kambalito to address within our what, particularly the municipality at large. So mbola kan kaje ko purko be address andu obe se sotola no natra milkam karteo fay molye iman pare purka la mol kan kamol fasa kamol makoy ka make sure kan nambalito ta ka organize kan nambalito ta kan son kata ka fay manyan na fay la dami ni o manke o beta address no bebe address la do nata ite fana ye bulo fay mol kan ye mol makoy o be nambalito address la katu ko bi ite la fita le ya foko nga karteo fay na meyo miye wala nga karteo fay na council miye abe do ko la ite le nyanda ka makoy wala can we are looking forward the cooperative of our electorates milka karteo fay mole pour fani ye bulo la kan ye makoy no matter what, no matter your political affiliation, ane ya lonko itele ko binte mu APRC counciloti kanata na wo tundoto emu NPPT wala emu party doti wala UDP yafoko nga tu janga dula nonde APRC councilo beja amanya na kelo nya anyende ke collective leti nga demaro ke isaje tumando bato sango sang ite fanambe mosoto la mimbe kala ila councilo wala ila mayorti wala ila president mo fanan sabulo la kanka makoy ñine mo banku dokote andu banku asi doku no o nyama drone wala ken nimbe mube ojka bi meyo talib atele na president KMC ñenda makoy lal wala ken ninde ka fo nga development ke talib bulo bi katu bi atele na amin am na meyote ando ñine m kuti mi yalla ko amanke political di amote this is the reality in the ground so this what we expect from our people mul mili carte fa molé mul lafta ka ñine je itel fanan ke miraten ye da dunde mul la development ko no
kamolde ma kaje ko we have a better municipality katu ko talib anintel ala councilol KMC la doko on ta banno KMC la development ta ket ta be kilano KMC ka senyandi ta be kilano. That is our intention, but the capacity is not there. So mimbi je dron momo la wato nata alnga mota marifi ka make sure afanang yala agenda ning sa fulfill for danding ala be minkela na kala minjio doyata ala minjio banta jang wala ala tam ala harje banta je ay banje for now. No banta je you talk about the wrestling competition minyanda keke to nyalem ko nga fo nyamin general council nga ala tentu birin nata 2018 mayo ayin tombong kanke the youth and sport chairman oti manam funding kel animbala boto fair ila nyaton ko within the municipality ngala tentu bake Brian Kati because afana yala mire kendo leta momo ila expert be dami momo iyalonko ite sembo soto je ya lundo soto woto ay mari kere kere tombong ay kewo nyaton ko so niaje all committees within the council they are all functioning ibebe la doko kendo la and then they advise the council to make sure to follow the right process, to follow due process. Like in Brian Tombo Enke, the chairman of youth and sport, for be Mbijanne ka low funding ke wolia, ka jeko funding ke olfana mimu suloti, ika mama minto nga loje nga jeko itelfana ye fan soto. Come angale ka funyami, all work, no play makes Jack a dull boy. So wala kendi watu ni wati, si mamang. Ya je wala kendi ye birinata nga mehro tournament soto. Aka soto nu but birintel nata na katan telefona ngake meo la nyatonga yakoto na kodi jama bondi mi yalo ka nene man soto ne previous meo jejel ne yela kata kuolke fo dandi la wato be banna birintel ngaminke when it come to meo strong tournament anena man soto kodi jama le bota andu mashallah milliono le ko le fo min dunda kunna so nga football okay atata nyama team doli late kunda yiri nga nyaaya win mbota je fanan ko mena organize la ala nata ke o courant dunde ka fu mu covid-19 ay dunya be muru o yakendi mol sidata fen jamal be je andu intel sport ateka mi yinen ka mol na fe together le mol kata siaring nyoka so wala yakin na mankeno fo bi alhamdulillah so far ma fa tata baratala bata na banko kan wala yakendi intel laftana la fanan ka another sporting sport discipline organized min kita nyobori ngoti because nyobori ngo amon fennete mi yalonko is another sports ate mun fennete mi yalonko mulma sunya fenne mi yalonko na adolem ntelle fo ngotamu ni ko football on safu no ngata to babol but ni dana nyobori ngon tel moving do ntelle fo ngotamu yeah understand wala kendi we are going back to the culture de mi entelong kanselo mansali tutu talninkol nde fama Usman Mansali nyoborin lalem duma les nyol kana nun janne wolela kuruti so bi ninte sita bi fon fanan kata kam bulo dundi nyobori ngoto oto mashallah fenne mela ko a nyantale kadu ko fondingel be janne dol be mama ngam football ko dol nyobori ngo dol basket dol athletics dol boro bolla so mba make sure la dandin tamba banna into office ngam all this sporting discipline ke sembentu ya to mando bato dol bi jëm mam boro organize bar bor lal kana janne ika demaro nyininka through council ga make sure ka je telephone be demaro soto no nyam and other discipline but wala ken ni nyobori ngo ba kelo within KMC nga all 19 wards ye mol soto million ko ibe da dundula nyobori ngoto ando kodi jama mbole tala ka make sure ay dunje pour funding kel fane ye fanje ka je ko mbejenne for the entire municipality obe sotota na lord mayor la nyaton ka yakoto katu ko ngafo janne bi ala office is my office ndeka dunjole ka advice to take advice from him most especially because atemu multi mi alonko atebe sirin dulakili ndelle mala municipality ward solto bi mimbe tale ndi not atalonna nyimma faye so wala yakini fonfe mi alonko nyato talem KMC la nyato talem talinding kol la nyato tale ngana na kere singa kacha nga fay nga ya maro diala bukan na dindi ya jube abuka jibe ko nyimu APRC council on the APRC ticket abuko jibe aka jelo ko to nyata na ndinno mim fanye it could be a better for the municipality or for the people of Talindin North ayaka ayabara wala ay songama wala en sembentuya. This what we want. Lefta nyinela ando nyin drones wala keno kanna banko develop wala kendi ni ko si fasita nka dani roke man sakunda ba mili alon ko itellente la parent body team. Despite the political affiliation, we are their partners in development. Ye multrai in the mayor sembentuya, ye mayor, other regions all, chairman all, ye mumel sembentuya, kajiko, we have a better country. Be ni baro aye talib sembentuya, for talib a certain development kejang. Baro bulo bijele. Baro is the president of this country. Development ka KMC, under Baro administration leadership. Ita bonde laje. So therefore, imagine the political affiliation on in Jupe, Kafoko Nyanga Sembentuya, he will be more popular or whatsoever. New correct, you make big mistake. What of so manita fana nata? Imanke mansa, imantara president yala, but sa ila mansa kunda, ila how to call it, mayo mimbije, ila abela patile. But mimbe mansa kunda bato, amanke la patiti. No manela mo sembentuya, abekene nyade, muntu manangambia bita. Antita. So nyinne bije me alon ko be danila, yet still we are not their enemies. Banku doko le mbole. Bayri karteo fighter mbe fo doko sita. Nga nyo sembentuya. Min yanta ngake for the betterment of our country. So this is what we are advocating for. Surtout ntel funding keo. Min le alon ko bi mbe leadership role nyinto. Min nyaton koti. This is what should expect from us. Kadiamu na molye milka karteo fay molye. Ya alon ko nyine nyanta. Ando politiko be atata nata wolem pour que carte fa moli e na yo loalie ya represent almam foto no dami almam mim fono isa falie ni lota media to yikumol fa anko e nyaton ko kanyene fo woton tel min ka bula nyaton ko noma nyanda nyine kelan na nyaton ko le nyanta baralatene no keta wallahi kamara ba fidino te siala bankoto no konante yata siala jang sifata fanso te siala jang ana nyama jama ye mira mingo mina o bebe kala andu o drone sikeno drone pour kana banko samba nyato
baraka pake kansilo be tendulam be jayla ngela time momenta ni ajem fanan kan may ko tinila by funding kewlo midi adu mon nyanda fenne karane blokono o dalla kama pour que tentu ke jay watu watu ndi fanambe wakilin pour kan may ko muda pour ka ila hakilo di molla alhamdulillah abaraka ko nga fu nyamen dron ala ko mon kono ay tandile ko tal jang amam pati jube ay jube le ko dro inata mo le represent woto kamala ning kamara ba official nata mo sa fu ko aka UDP le bonde bake pare hani ni mol tar alansar salola alansaro sali kadu ni de ko be salfana salla ini be fola nyokole woto ngamen tar jang limbaya min bijang NPP ni muso ni fundi ataral dron no dem ba finance de la kadu ngam do sodole nga UDP sodo nga APRC sodo adu jil bem kule de mialon ko fang nyantol tulamintola nga fam ko na fundi rabandala ma na fodu na bar sain sain den haftan ko wole bala ni talindi note abaraka bake mbal tentula mbal jela mbal nimbara mialon ko be camera ba folo kan ngin tembenna kabo kanifing abaraka